what it is, bro.
We alive.
Can you believe it? Can you believe it? Shalom, shalom, Shabbat shalom, everybody, everywhere. Past, present, and future, checking our classes out. Much love to our comment section. Is always faithful and showing up. And, always very encouraging. May these classes be a blessing to your life as much as possible. Much love to SOW, Virginia, Houston, Rochester. Phenomenal brothers, phenomenal people. Beautiful camp, beautiful children, especially beautiful children. A lot of energy. We had a great time at their Passover, of course. Brother Kwasazab, Kazaki, and Brother Zion. We had a great time.
You mean not Passover? It was Tabernacle.
No, I'm talking about Passover.
I
went there we had to go there. We had to go there. A lot of traveling stuff we had to do. But and of course the Tabernacles was awesome too. I had a good time at the Tabernacles. Just brothers barbecuing and brothers talking, a little drinking going on, a lot of drinking going on. On me from that one, but I usually don't do that. I usually don't drink that much. But we had a good time. Today's class is
it's Bible.
It's about life. It's about life, of course. And we have these weekly classes. SOT, we focus on a lot of interman classes. We also have informational topics, historical topics. We also have academic topics. We have current event topics. And the blessing of having multiple brothers that teach is you get a diversity of information as much as possible. But we have to mainly focus on internal conflicts, internal issues, because it's really about making it to the kingdom. You have the information, but you need the wherewithal. You need the spiritual strength. You need the spiritual gasoline. You need the spiritual fuel to get through your battle, to please the Most High, to make it to the kingdom, to be called good and faithful servant. Okay? So we get the flow going in the class. Once again, the topic is called Clouds Pass and Pain is Removed. The topic is called Clouds Pass and Pain is Removed. Okay? And, I didn't write an intro, but, the title might be self-explanatory. There's a lot of situations and scenarios and passing circumstances that Israel attaches themselves to. And it's a must that we go through the proper procedures and processes and perspectives to remove pain from ourselves based off of attaching to those unnecessary circumstances. Necessary but unnecessary circumstances. And we'll get in more detail as the class continues, okay? The first scripture we're going to is Job chapter 14 and verse 5. We're going to Job chapter 14 and verse 5.
Job chapter 14, verse 5.
All right.
Job chapter 14, verse 5. It says, seeing his days are determined.
So scripture says, seeing his days are determined. Talking about Job, but also talking about the condition of man in general. The condition of man in general. Our days are already determined. You have a sunset and you have a sunrise. You have a birthday and you have a non-birthday. All right? We have different days in our life. We have a climax and we have a conclusion. Okay? That's what life is. Nobody is here forever. Nobody has Wolverine genes and you can sit here and just heal and just keep going for 200, 300 years. What's that character, Captain America? He lived 300 years? He fought the Revolutionary War?
No, he's done the Civil War.
Oh, fought the Civil War.
Was it Civil War or World War?
Civil War.
Yeah, he fought the Civil War, and then he was in the 90s, right?
War One? Yeah.
Yeah.
I ain't watched Marvel.
I thought it was wet. But,
I didn't watch.
But for the kids, maybe that as the apple might hit. Nobody lives that long, okay? Let's keep going.
It says, seeing his days are determined. The number of his months are with thee.
And the number of his months are with who? The Most High.
The Most High.
The number of our months are with the Most High. You can't miss a day. You can't miss a minute. You can't miss an hour. You can't miss a week. And you sure shouldn't miss a month. All right? Israel likes to get in zones, including myself. But the Most High doesn't want us to miss a month of our life. Read.
Thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass.
And there's bounds. What are bounds?
Restraints.
Restraints. Boundaries. There's only so far you can go. There's only so far you can go. You have a limitation, a time limitation. Time and life is finite. Time and life is finite. All right? And it's fleeting. Okay? Let's read verse 6.
Verse 6.
Uh-huh.
It says, turn from him that he may rest, till he shall accomplish as an hireling.
Stop. Till he shall accomplish as a what?
Hireling.
Meaning that you're born with a purpose. You're born, watch out for that camera. You're born with a job. You're born with a purpose. All right? You have a job on this earth. We all have a duty, a responsibility, and more importantly, we have a mission on this earth. We all have that. Read.
It says, as an hireling his day.
As a what?
As a hireling his day.
And the metaphor we're getting is, it's like a hireling accomplishing his day. Now, we work for maybe like, I don't know, we work from 6:30 to, well, really like 7 something to like 3 at best. At worst, maybe 7, depending on what it is. At worst, 8, 9, but if it's that serious. But most people work 10 hours a day, 12 hours a day. The concept is you have a set number of hours to accomplish your responsibility. You have a set number of hours to accomplish your mission in this life. You have a set number of time. Read.
Verse 7. For there is hope of a tree.
Now the subject's kind of progressive. There's hope of a what?
Tree.
Of a tree. And the Most High said he sees men as what?
Walking trees.
Trees what?
Trees walking.
So the Most High looks at men as what?
Trees.
So there's a comparison between trees and men. Men should have roots. Men should have seed. Men should bear fruit. Just like trees, right? Read.
It says, if it be cut down.
But if it be what?
Cut down.
Read on.
That it will sprout again.
But if this tree gets cut down, what possibility do trees have?
That it will sprout again.
You know, Mike's our neighbor, right? He had a lightning storm years ago. I was a little kid. Lightning hit. Tree fell in half. Got rid of the tree. I thought the tree was dead. They never cut the tree down. It just stayed there like half there. And like 7 years later, all of a sudden you start seeing branches come out of a tree. Like why are these branches coming out of a tree? It's been dead for 7 years. But technically it hasn't been dead. As long as you have roots, you're not dead. Read.
It says, if it be cut down, that it will sprout again, and that the tender branch thereof will not cease.
And the tender branch is that new growth. So, like trees can be cut down, and years later, a new growth can still sprout. That's the nature that the Most High put in the tree. It's no different for men. A lot of men have been cut down. A lot of people have been cut down. Life has cut a lot of us down. And metaphorically speaking, just because you feel like you've been dead for 7 years, or you've been stagnant for 7 years, or you've been disconnected for 7 years, or you've been unproductive for 7 years, that does not mean that there's no potential for new growth and new development. Read. It's the truth. It's the truth. Read.
Verse 8.
It
says, though the root thereof wax old in the earth.
Though the root wax what?
Old in the earth.
The root waxes old. This is why we teach y'all to study. Because studying is what strengthens your roots. As high as the tree goes up, is as deep as the roots go down. If you're not establishing your biblical foundation by daily studying, meditation and confession, and fasting also, if you're not practicing, I'm harping on study. If you're not collecting scriptures and wisdom from the Most High, even if you don't understand it, if you're not collecting it and downloading it into your spirit, listen, you're weakening your roots. And you need strong roots. Because if life cuts you down, the only thing that can bring you back is the strength that remains in your roots. You might look like you've been defeated. You might look like you've fallen apart. You might not have survived the storm. There's some men that haven't survived the storm. But if the roots are strong, the tree can always make a comeback. And to this day, the tree is high and it's grown like a net. Like you wouldn't think the tree was struck by lightning. But how about us? When a man goes back to growing, when he's really in his spirit, he's really growing, and he really overcomes what's in him, you might not think that this man went through that. Oh, he didn't go through nothing. You don't know how. You know what he went through 10 years ago. You know what he went through 5 years ago. You know what he went through 2 years ago. You don't know somebody's history detail for detail. The scriptures gives you the ability to regenerate yourself. The scriptures gives you the ability to regenerate yourself. Read.
And the stock thereof die in the ground.
And the stock did what?
Thereof die.
So legitimately, the stock died. Legitimately, the hope of man dies. Legitimately, man's joy dies. Legitimately, man's confidence dies. Legitimately, man's outlook on the future dies. Legitimately, men's will to continue to live and men's will to continue to strive and move forward. Men's will over time dies and diminishes. That's a reality because of the storms of life and because of unexpected things that you can't control, like lightning. You can't control that. I can't control the lightning. I can't control the rain. I can't control the wind. I can't control termites. I can't control weevils. I can't control random diseases that hit the trees. We can't control these things. These are things that you have no control over. All you have is your opportunity to have strong roots. Read.
Yet through the scent of the water.
But guess what? Through the scent of what?
The water.
The scent. We're not talking about a rainstorm. We're talking about just a scent. Just the smell of water can do what? Read.
It will bud.
A tree that's been dead, that's been cut down, that's been misfortunate, that's took a loss, that looks like you can count it out, that's occupied with termites and disease and weevils, can make a comeback if it just but smells the scent of water.
Which is hope.
That's hope, right? You're only dead as your loss of hope.
Yeah.
But when you have the scent of water, which is hope, and the scriptures, because the scriptures give us hope. The purpose of the scriptures is to give you the spirit of hope. The purpose of the scriptures is to feed your hope. Read.
And bring forth boughs like a plant.
And bring forth what?
Boughs like a plant.
And just because the tree can smell water, the tree says, you know what? I can live again. I can grow again. I can reach my boughs to the sun again. I can open up my leaves and I can feel the sunlight again. Even though I've been cut down, struck by lightning, diseased, broken, even though I didn't survive the storm. And I have a track record of failure. Because the tree, the bark was coming off the tree also. It was visually weak, like man. People can visually see your failure. People can visually see your weakness. People can visually see your dilapidation. People can visually see your stagnation. People can visually see your lack of growth. People can visually see your underdevelopment. People can visually see how you're behind. But that should not define you. What defines you is, do you have the capacity and ability to smell the scent of water? Do you have the capacity and ability to keep believing when everything looks like it's over? When every other tree is growing but you. When every other man is healthy but you. When everybody's winning but you, we gotta get these little pings and tings fixed. When every other person around you is continuing their process of life and you're being left behind. You're the last person in the marathon. Everybody's ahead of you and you're 50 yards behind. You're supposed to maintain your hope regardless. You're supposed to maintain your roots and your foundation regardless. Read.
Verse 10. Job chapter 14, verse 10.
Mm-hmm.
But man dieth.
But what?
But man dieth.
But in this story of hope and fighting to continue and keep growing, you only have a certain finite amount of time. You have a time to be here and a time to not be here. And it's what you do in between that matters the most. And if you sacrifice your hope for doubt and fear and hate and quitting and giving up and envy and wrath, that was your decision. But there was always hope because there was always water and you had roots. Read.
But man dieth and wasteth away.
Man dies and does what?
and wasteth away.
And read on.
Yea, a man giveth up the spirit. And where is he?
And listen, we're not going to that point, but we know that the spirit cannot remain in the body forever. The body is made of clay. The body is ashes. The body is dust. The body is minerals. The body breaks down into ashes if it's burned, and it goes to the worms over time. So why are we wasting the majority of that time period that you have on clouds that don't benefit you? You're concentrating on all these clouds, and you're missing all that sunshine. You're missing all that beautiful blue sky because you're obsessed with the clouds. That's what you want to give yourself to. It's a tragedy if you actually understand it. It's actually a tragedy if you understand it. Let's go to Ecclesiastes 9:11. Ecclesiastes 9:11. So we know that we're going to the concept of the tree stump, right? And what's the concept of the tree stump? We always have second opportunities. No matter how far gone your life is, no matter how much of a failure you were, no matter how much you were used and abused, no matter how much people quit on you, no matter how people didn't believe in you, no matter how much you were abandoned, no matter how much you were forsaken, no matter how much you were forgotten, the Most High created the nature of the tree as a reflection of what we're supposed to be. We're supposed to be the individual that has that never die mindset, that never die mentality, that never quit, that never break conscious. Because we smell the water and we keep our roots, there's always hope. There's always a chance. There's always an opportunity to reverse the failure or the perceived failure of your life. Go to Ecclesiastes 9:11.
Ecclesiastes in the Bible 9:11.
Just read it.
I returned and saw under the sun that the race is not to the swift.
Stop. This is Solomon saying, I returned and I looked at the sun in Israel. And I saw thousands of people and thousands of people. And I saw the valleys, the hills, and the mountains. And I saw the horses and the donkeys. And what we're supposed to do is get a black book. If you get the black book right here, and some officer calls the page out, it makes it very easy. It makes the transition smoother. All right. That way, we have to be complicated. So the brother can catch the scriptures. Okay. So now it says, I returned. I saw under the sun that the what? He looked at the condition of man. We're focusing and we're harping on just the condition of man in life in general. What did he see from an outside, third-person perspective, from a bird's eye view, from his windowsill, so to speak? Read.
That the race is not to the swift.
Because everybody's racing somewhere. Everybody's in a rush. Everybody's trying to get to a certain finish line. Everybody has a destination. Everybody's trying to get somewhere. Everybody's trying to rush. Everybody has a place they want to be. Everybody's in this, I got to get there now. Life is moving faster and faster and faster and faster. Horse and buggy, plane and train. That was the old conversation. Horse to buggy, plane to train. Things are getting faster and faster. Life is getting faster and faster. Phones are getting faster and faster. Music is getting shorter and shorter. Movies are getting worse and worse. Everything's diminishing. And things are speeding up at the same time. We saw that the race was not to who?
Is not to the swift.
The race of life is not to the swift. Definition of swift. Anybody?
Swift, 1828, Webster's Dictionary.
Uh-huh.
It says moving a great distance or over a large space in a short time.
We're looking at how further our friends, cousins, classmates, people you look on Facebook, people you watch, celebrities even, influencers, people you look up to, and random people too if you got the spirit of envy on you. Heavy. We're looking at how far of a distance people have and how far we are behind. How far people have progressed beyond us in certain respects of our life, based off what part of your life you care about the most. Some people care about money. Some people care about their relationships. Some people care about family. Some people care about education. Some people care about career. Whatever facet of life that you're conscious of or hyper conscious of, there's a lot of people you can look at and see they're miles ahead. They're light years ahead. They're eons ahead. Read.
Him or me?
Yeah, read, bro. Somebody read. Whoever. Can we get the read going?
Nor the battle to the strong.
Nor the battle to what?
Nor the battle to the
So
strong.
we know there's this conscious where you're racing, and we know there's this conscious where you got to what?
Battle.
What's the battle for? Why do we have to fight battles?
Because there's always, to gain victories. There's always opposition.
To gain hope.
There you go. And it's also conquer or be conquered, bro. This is life, bro. It's eat or get ate. What's the cardinal law of man? What's the natural cardinal law of man? Self-preservation. Survival of the fittest. That's society, right? We live in a what kind of world?
Doggy
Doggy dog.
We live in a dog eat. I'm not trying to joke. I'm not trying to be funny, but we live. It's a serious point. We live in a dog eat dog world, or we live in a capitalistic society. You want to say more educated? We live in a capitalistic society,
Right.
and as society diminishes, the dollar diminishes, and food gets shorter, and SNAP breaks down, and people don't get their benefits, or people do get their benefits, or old people can't take care of themselves anymore. They gotta live in their cars, and then they can't work a job because they're no longer viable economically, so they gotta live in their vehicle. Then the vehicle don't go nowhere because they don't have any gas. They gotta live in the streets, and the streets freeze them to death. It happens to a lot of elderly people because of people getting disconnected from their family, and just isolation and people being alone. And we're not far from that. No one's far from that situation. You're only 2 paychecks away from the street. You know what I'm saying? So life is a what? Battle. It's about to eat, about to survive, about to stay positive, about to make out of bed in the morning. So for some people, and at certain seasons, myself too, it's about to stay inspired. Right? These are the battles of life. Read.
Neither yet bread to the wise.
And some people look at life as acquisition. How much can you acquire? Some man's life is all about fighting his wars. Another man's life is all about I'm in this race against. I'm
racing against
I'm racing against me, or I'm racing against other people.
Yeah.
Because some people have a competitive mind state.
Yeah.
There's different types of mindsets. The competitive conscious, the war-based conscious. Then you have the acquisition conscious. It's the conscious of people that I have to acquire. I have to have something. I got to have it. I got to have it at all costs. I can't not have it. If I don't have it, I don't get Asha for men. For women, if I don't have it, I'm not respected amongst the different hierarchy of women. And I don't like my social standing amongst women. So I got to have it. So certain people, their life is based off of acquisition for the purpose of having some type of social status. All right? And I need bread. I need resources. I have to live. I have to eat. Right? So some people's life, the basis of their life, is solely acquisition. So some's looking at different facets of life dynamic. Read.
Nor yet riches to men of understanding.
And there's riches to men of what?
Understanding.
And some men know how to get the valuable assets of life. It's not always money. Children can be riches. Happiness can be riches. Freedom can be riches. It's whatever you value. There's men that have understanding, and the men that have true understanding know what's really valuable. And some people live their whole life just gathering wisdom and gathering information and gathering concepts. There's people that live their life and they have an intellectual-based life. They don't care about nothing in the world. They just have an intellectual world. I'm not saying it's about the Bible, but some people live in their heads. Some people are very cerebral. They're hyper-cerebral. They live in books. Some live in books. Some live in battles. Some live to gain and get finances because they got to survive and they got to have what's necessary for life to acquire as much as you can before you die. And some people are just in competition mode. It don't matter where they're at. These got to be competing. Wherever I'm at, I got to be number one. I got to be the best. Read on.
Nor yet favor to men of skill.
And some men are just about acquiring skills. Because if you have skill, everybody likes you. I'm the cat that can fight. I'm the cat that has humor. I'm the cat that has the best looks. I'm the cat that has the best this and that. Whatever favor people look for. What's like some modern day, that was kind of like weak examples. What is like the skills people have now for looking for favor? What are modern day? That's an old example.
I mean,
What's modern day version of that?
height, money,
Okay.
clothes, best dress.
Okay.
car, best
Cardio,
car.
me and fun.
Talent.
Talent, okay.
Most of it's shout. I ain't even talking about talent and charisma is one thing. They're looking for height, money, status.
Yeah.
Kind of car you
High
drive.
value man. All that.
Yeah, it's the high value conversation.
Okay, so good. So favorite to men of skill.
Yeah.
I'm a high value man. I got a suit. I'm sharp. I have an association of men that we connect to. We talk. I can travel. I'm economically viable.
PhD.
I have options.
Right.
Right. That's favorite. That's favorite to men of skill. So there's different types of men, and people have different life dynamics that they're completely engrossed in. Read.
But time and chance.
But it's the problem and the solution. Time and what?
Chance. Happening to them all.
Listen, no matter how high value you are, how beautiful you are, how wise you are, how much you acquired, how competitive you are, how strong you are, you only got a birthday and non-birthday. And guess what? You have a certain amount of chances. You have an hourglass with so much sand, and every grain of sand is a chance. Every day is a chance. Every hour is a chance. Every minute is a chance. Every option and thought is a chance. You only have time and chance, which leads to decisions. Because you have to choose your chances. All man got is the decisions, his time, and his chances. That's it. No matter what arena of life you choose. So we know the Most High gives us second opportunities, and we know that you only have a finite amount of options and chances in this life.
Sure.
All right? Close the door, please. Thank you, sir.
So this is opportunity, right? Time and chance. So if you don't have skill, what can you do? You can outwork somebody, or you can perform well at your job, right? If you're not fast, then you got to have endurance, right?
Yeah.
Some examples.
No,
And
beautiful point.
what that also means is I had to be humble, and I had to accept that I might be lacking in the spiritual arena, whether it be I'm not studying enough.
Yeah.
I'm not committing enough. I can give more. I was talking to a brother the other day, and he was explaining to me the dynamic. Because I have a different perspective on life. I grew up in the truth, so my perspective isn't necessarily the majority. He was explaining to me, when you don't grow up in the truth, there's days, you only think about God on Sunday. That was his explanation. So, God was only important when Sunday came around, because that was the Christian mentality. So when you come into the truth, when it's like God or the Most High or Christ is constantly on your mind all day long, it builds or creates a different sense of accountability.
Yeah.
So then we got to ask ourselves, am I putting that extra pressure on myself? Or am I only about Christ Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday? Am I only constant the Most High when there's physical class going on?
From 7 to 10.
From 7 to 10, am I thinking about the Lord? And then when I go back home, all conscious, all awareness of the Lord goes out the window. These are physical things we can work on right now that can help us get over that cloud, over that hump of frustration, over that hump of pain, sorrow. Because the pain and sorrow is, I'm now focusing on my circumstance. I'm now hyper-focusing on what I'm not getting. I'm now hyper-focusing on what I've lost. And I'm not thinking about what the Most High has given me. I'm not thinking about the opportunities he's given me to restart, to be fresh, to be renewed. This is the humility I'm talking about. The humility is, who am I to be so frustrated and angry at what I'm not getting out of this life when I've been given an opportunity to change? I've been given an opportunity to grow. I've been given an opportunity to start fresh. These are things you can fixate on.
Yeah.
That should be able to relieve some of that burden, some of that stress to get you to the next day, get you to the next class, get you to the next opportunity to get charged up in the spirit again. That's all I want to say.
Facts on facts. I love it. I love both of those concepts. Concept of what you do lack. Let me work on the thing that I can perform to offset what I lack. I may not be the most this, but I can be the most that. I may not be the best this situation. I could be the best that. I want to be specific and talk about just the carnal things.
Yeah.
But you have to find a counterbalance when you lack something. Your spirituality, your spirituality counts for a lot, bro.
Okay.
What you lack physically, you can definitely triple up on the scale of life spiritually. But when you only have faith and confidence in the physical realm, you're going to operate in the mindset that I'm lacking. Because you don't have the conscience to look at what can I spiritually develop to counterbalance where I'm lacking in the physical realm. Another conversation. We'll stay on our theme, but that's a point to have in the back of your mind. Let's keep reading. Ecclesiastes 11 and 7. 11 and 7. So we know that we have second opportunities. We know that we only have time and chance and a finite amount of opportunities. Based off of the day you're breathing, the day you're not breathing. All right? We know that people live in different dynamics. The dynamic of acquisition, the dynamic of gaining skills to have authority and power and leverage, the dynamic of being competitive, the dynamic of dealing with pressure and battles and fights and wars and struggles. All right? Now we're in Ecclesiastes 11 and 7.
Ecclesiastes 11 and 7. Truly the light is sweet.
But the light is sweet. Because when men lack things, all they can think about is what they lack. All they can think about is the darkness in their life. And the darkness in our life, when you hyperfixate on the darkness in your life, it forms and develops a spirit of bitterness.
That's right.
Yep.
Men become bitter of what they don't got. Men become bitter of what they lost and they did have. That's one of the worst ones right there. It's almost worse when you had it and you lose it. When you don't have it and you want it, is one thing. When you had it and you lose it, is another. Because then you can fix it on, I felt it. I felt it. I touched it. I had it. And I don't have it. And I probably won't get it ever again. And then some people can't get past that. But the point is, the light that the Father gives us every new day, the new light that comes up every day, the morning sun the Father gives us, is sweet. It's representative of the next opportunity. But some people and some types of men and women give up on the next day. They give up on the present and they live where?
In the past.
In the past. And normally people that live in the past live in what condition?
Misery.
Bitterness and misery. That's a product of having lacking the ability to format your personality expression. Your personality expression should be based off of the positivity and clarity of the now. Now matters. But when you don't think now matters, you conform and you posture your whole personality expression based off of past loss. Based off the darkness of yesterday. And because yesterday was dark, and you've attached your conscience to that darkness, you can't see the light of today. You can't see the light of tomorrow. And there's no sweetness. And you're filled with bitterness. And why is that? Because I haven't detached from pain. I haven't detached from trauma. I haven't detached from drama. I haven't detached from loss. I haven't detached from failure. I haven't detached from disappointment. I haven't detached from abuse. Read.
And a blessed thing it is for the eyes to behold the sun.
That's a blessed thing. The blessing is just the ability to behold. What does the word behold mean in layman's term?
Look.
Look, what else?
And consider.
Okay, what else?
Take it in.
Okay, that's close.
Look at what's in front of you.
To see, to look at. It's a blessing to be able to see. Huh? There's physical sight and there's spiritual sight. There's men that are physically blind and there's people that are spiritually blind. But the blessing is having the ability to see. Can I see my life the way the Most High wants me to see my life? If I can't see my life how the Lord wants me to see my life, then by technicality I'm blind. And blindness is not that the lights are off. Blindness is that you see, but you see it what? Distorted. Distortion is also blindness. You look from a distance, you can't read the numbers. You look at the sign, you can't read STOP. You look at a person, you can't see the details of the face. You can't see life in vivid detail Because there's blindness going on in your life. But why is there blindness? Because I can't see. Well, why can't most of us see? Because we're too busy looking in the past. I'm too busy absorbing my past to see my future. So the now is distorted. Do y'all get the concept? Yes, sir.
So, for example, I'm just asking
Yeah.
if I'm on the right track.
Yeah.
Like grudges, for example, can distort your spiritual vision.
Exactly.
You from making good decisions.
We'll use marriage as an example because this is always one of the best examples.
Okay.
Holding a grudge against somebody from 10 years ago
Mhm.
can affect the trajectory of your marriage for the next 20 years.
Jesus.
Easy. If you drive a car, I used to drive a little Lincoln Town car, all white with the burgundy seats, playing Rick James, Ebony Eyes.
It's not really good.
No, not Frank. I like him too though. I was playing Rick James, Ebony Eyes, and I was relaxing. I was living my life. Had the windshield with a little bit of dirt on it, not too much. A little bit of raindrops on it. A little bit of dirty rain. Driving, everything's clean, feeling good, smelling good. Life is good. I'm young, fresh, famous. You get that mall fame. You know the mall fame. Huh? If you sell oils, you know that there's mall fame. Hey, I know you. You can't go to the grocery store. Hey, I know you, man. I bought a cologne. Man. I'm just here to get some. I'm here to get some fruit snacks, dog. Right? Those are you're living and experiencing your life, right? But read the scripture one more time. I'll get to the point.
Con, verse 7. Truly the light is sweet, and a pleasant thing it is for the eyes to behold the sun.
But you got that car. You got that wheel alignment. You're riding and you're feeling like you're in your glory. You got the incense burning in the car. You're feeling great. But you know what? If you fall asleep behind that wheel, you're going to crash that car. Why? Because if you close your eyes for 3 seconds, you did not get that alignment fixed. So if you take your hand off the wheel, what does the car do?
Veers to
Veer to the left.
one side.
Then you do this again. You put your hand in the middle. Now what does it do? It veers to the right. It doesn't drive straight. And when you look at the balls of the tire, there's this little skid mark on the tire, right? Why? For those that know.
Because your alignment is it's all
It's driving on one side.
It's wearing that more so than the rest of the tire because it's not even.
Yes. So guess what? You can't afford to sleep at the wheel. You can't afford that. All the music and incense and leather seats and glory and joy you have in your spirit, the joy of youth.
Oh my goodness.
You fall asleep 3 seconds. I'm not trying to cuss in the mic, but that's you. That's your life.
Right.
That's the situation. Normally, Most High normally the Lord has mercy.
Right.
You hear the little bumps. And the bumps are supposed to wake you up, right? But what's the point? It only takes a little bit to throw you off your course. It only takes 3 seconds of sleep to change your life. So when people are living in the past, they're driving forward, but their eyes in the rearview mirror. So are you really seeing what's in front of you? Not really. You're driving you're in your past or daydreaming or in your mind, but your vehicle's moving forward. That's your life. And one grudge, one bad decision, one negative emotion, one drama issue, one lack of letting something go in your marriage or your family or in yourself. And you can look up and be at a completely different part of your life and get lost. This is before GPS. I don't know where I'm at. I don't know how I got here in my life. I'm lost. Well, how'd you get lost? Took your eye off the wheel. You got comfortable. You started living in the past. You forgot the now. Read on.
Verse 8. But if a man live many years and rejoice in them all,
If a man does what?
if a man live many years and rejoice in them all, yet let him remember the days of darkness.
But you're supposed to do what? You're supposed to remember the darkness. But you're supposed to live in the darkness. You're supposed to remember your pain. Or you're supposed to live in your pain. You're supposed to remember hard times, the hard day. We ain't never gonna forget. We shouldn't forget the hard days.
Right.
But if you forget the hard days, you repeat them. Right?
Yeah.
If you forget your failures, you repeat them. If you forget your misery, you repeat it. If you forget your mistakes, you do what?
Repeat it.
You repeat it. So listen, nobody said to forget the past. We're supposed to learn from the past. But you're supposed to enjoy the light of now. We got it backwards. We live in the past and we're blind to the now. And now our life is out of alignment. Read on.
For they shall be many. All the
They shall be what?
many.
Listen, bro, it's going to be a lot of pain, a lot of suffering, a lot of loss, a lot of heartaches and heartbreaks, bro. That's life. The old pain, the old suffering, the old stressors, the old heartbreak, and the old heartache was to get you conditioned to the process. You're like, if I've been through this is nothing. If I lose this person in my life, I've lost this in my life. This is nothing. If I've had this pain, if I broke this arm, if I break my other arm, I'll heal again. This is nothing. You know, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. This is video on YouTube, and it's this real goofy dude, and it made me really happy. I was in a dark moment, right? And he said, if you lost all your money, you'll get it again. He just smiled. Black dude, real skinny. He's a rapper, but he went from being a rapper to a social media influencer. And he had like a real skinny body, and he was being corny. He was being sarcastic. But the statement mattered. Whatever you lose, you get it again. Why are you tripping like you'll never get another blessing? Why are you tripping like you'll never be happy again? Why are you tripping like the Most High will never return His favor to you? Why are you tripping like the Most High will have you isolated for the next 20,000 years? Why are you like you never get a car again? Why are you like you'll never get your rank back again? Well, that's on you. That's on you if you want it back. But why are you acting like the Most High will never return His favor to you? Because you're living in the bitterness of your past. And you believe your past more than your future. Or more than your current state. Read? That's it, right?
All that cometh is vanity.
But what's the key point? All that comes is what?
Is vanity.
Pain is vanity. And what else? Pleasure is vanity. Because pain is the opposite. Pain is the opposite of what? Pleasure. Some people just live for pleasure. The problem with pleasure is it can't be forever. Pleasure has like a 3 second, 5 second, 10 second peak.
So temporary.
It's temporary. It's temporal. It's temporary. It's short lived.
Yeah.
That's the problem. Some people live for the high. They live for the moment. They live for the feeling. They're called sensationalists. There are people that live for the sensation of the opera. These are like people that go to sports and they just go crazy in the arenas. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, this is going crazy. Got their whole bodies painted. And they're having a blast. And they are living life. But then when the game's over, it's back to the cubicle. It's back to the job. It's back to the construction site. That basketball game was a 2-hour escape. That blunt was a 45-minute escape. That woman was a 1-hour escape. That movie was a 1 hour and 35-minute escape. Whatever your pleasure is, that plate of hot wings or whatever you like to eat was a 45-minute escape. We're living for all these pleasures and sensations as a means of escaping sadness and pain. And if you keep living like that, you get a drug habit. You get a food habit. You get a vice that you can't let go of. You get a monkey on your back. Read? I mean, you're saying your point.
All I was going to say is it's silly that most of us are accustomed to that. We live for these small little temporary highs. Or whatever.
We're living for pleasure and pain.
Moments, but
We're living.
It only lasts this long.
It's a blink.
Yeah.
It's a snapshot. We're living for pleasure and pain. Because the opposite of pain is pleasure. So if I'm tired of pain, then the answer is to indulge. And just men have different versions of indulgence. Some people's chocolate, some people's chips and spicy foods. Certain people's is heavy meats. Certain people is sugars. Certain people is different types of alcohol, dark liquor, white liquor, wines, tequilas. What's the other one? The agave one?
Yeah,
Isn't there another one?
Whiskeys, bourbons.
Bourbons. There's 1,000 variations
Right.
of liquid pleasure. So, yeah, there's all these variations out there. Yeah, yeah. I like Ciroc. I used to like Ciroc to the bagel incident.
Suck it.
But I used to eat it. I used to drink it. But listen, the thing is that all these different variations and varieties of life, and new fit, new outfit, new car, new clothes, new me, new hairstyle, new cut, new situation, new products for my skin. The feeling is finite, and you can only give yourself to a sensation or a pleasure for so long until reality sets in and you're back to living in the happiness that is instilled in your brain by means of repetition. You can repeat the same thought and become that thought, and it can be a good thought, or you can repeat that same thought and that be a bad thought and become that bad thought. We are our what? Repetitions. Or the scripture says what? As a man thinketh what?
So is it.
So is he. A child should be known by his what? Doings. Right? So what are we saying? The light is sweet. You get the opportunity to behold the sun. You have so many years, but you're going to feel darkness in life. But the key is not to attach to the darkness of life. That's the key. You're supposed to cry. You're supposed to lament and mourn. But should it be forever?
That's how you get the lessons of life, but not only for yourself, but for someone else. It's also a testimony of that you can overcome.
Exactly. Think about babies, man. I watch babies all the time, man. Right?
Right.
And they just cry, and you think it's in the world they're crying out. Now they're crying like, damn, it's the worst thing that ever happened to this baby. And 5 minutes later, they're playing. Like, I thought she was upset, man. You gotta commit to an emotion, bro. You gotta commit. You mad or you're not. You're sad or you're not. You're crying or you're not.
You know how to let go better than that.
They completely forgot. They didn't get the toy. Because now they're looking at the little TV show. They completely forgot. Just 10 minutes ago, it was the worst thing ever. We have to have that same ability to disconnect from the pain. Because I learned the lesson. Now let me take this new lesson and live in the present and enjoy the light God's given me. Because you only have a finite amount of light. Pull it.
On that point, I want 2 verses. Someone give me James 5:17 real quick.
Yeah.
The other person give me 1 Kings chapter 19 and verse 3. So give me James 5 and verse 17 real quick.
Mm-hmm.
So what we're proving is the apostles, and not apostles, the prophets, the leaders of Israel in the past have experienced the same feelings of doubt, the same feelings of depression, the same feelings of disassociation from their sufferings, willingness to, or wanting to escape their sufferings that we all feel. But the Most High, even with the greatest of His people, the best leaders of His people, still required them to keep going. And their suffering, even though it was great, wasn't an excuse for them to quit, wasn't an excuse for them to get weak and forget about their job. To read that real quick.
James chapter 5, verse 17. Elias was a man subject to like passions as we are.
Elias is in the Old Testament Elijah. Just keep that in your mind.
Mm-hmm.
So Elias was a man subject to like passions as we are. Let that go. Give me 1 Kings 19 and verse 3. We only went there to show Elijah felt the same things we felt. And in this specific story, he's going to explain how Elijah handled it and what the Most High told him when he was in his feelings, when he was pained, justifiably pained, but yet still pained and depressed and dissociated. So read that in verse 3.
Come. 1 Kings chapter 19 and verse 3.
Now the scene is this. He had just got done killing 400 wicked priests that were anti-God, anti the scriptures, anti the Most High. And his reward for that was now a death sentence. His reward for that was now all the city is coming to kill you. Not glory, not recognition for a good
Not
job you
celebration.
done, not celebration, not appreciation for the sacrifices you were doing this entire time. But you got a death sentence coming for you. So read that.
1 Kings chapter 19 and verse 3. And when he saw that he arose and went for his life, and came to Beersheba, which belongeth to Judah, and left his servant there.
So what he did is, when he realized Jezebel sent a messenger to kill Elijah, he left his servant where he was and fled as far away possible from his job. He was supposed to keep going up north and keep teaching. But he said, you know what? I'm done. I retired my responsibilities. I'm leaving everything right here. I give it my best shot. They don't want God. So I'm going to go here. Read on.
But he himself went a day's journey into the wilderness, and came and sat down under a juniper tree.
Mm-hmm.
And he requested for himself that he might die.
What does that sound like?
He gave up.
Exactly. That's someone who felt like they gave it their all, and they're done.
He was distraught.
He was completely distraught. He was completely distressed. He was completely depressed. Whatever words you want to use to describe it, whatever feeling you might have felt in your lowest moment, he probably felt that 10 times more. Because what he did was justice. What he was doing was gave his life up for a greater cause, and he still was hated.
And look what I gave him in return.
He wasn't shamed because he made mistakes. He wasn't feeling down and out because he was a bad person, or he made mistakes that make him feel ugly inside. He thought he was doing a good thing. He believed what he did was right, and he still was getting backlash from it. So his emotions were intensified. Why am I doing all this if I didn't get the result I was looking for?
Yep.
But guess what? Just like you were saying earlier, we all have that same image. It's just not covered in righteousness like Elijah was. But some people are like, you know what? I'm doing all this. I'm getting dressed up to get the girl I wanted. I didn't get the girl I wanted. I'm getting studied up to get the job I wanted. I didn't get the job I wanted. I'm getting my money up to get the car I wanted. I didn't get the car I wanted. Whatever you might have done to puff yourself up objectively, and you still didn't achieve what you wanted, and that gave you this sense of depression, detachment, vexation, whatever that might have had, whatever you've done that might have given you the negative result, that's what he was feeling. So keep reading. What you got?
Like the scripture says, hope before make up the heart sick.
Exactly.
You got that expectation, and when you don't get that, now all of a sudden your outlook and your disposition just went totally left.
Or if you're married and you expect a certain type of reaction, certain type of attention from your particular partner, and you're doing everything you can to get that person's attention, everything you can to get that person's time, energy,
But you don't get that response.
and you're not getting it back. And now you're vexed. Now you're depressed. Now you're questioning, is this the right choice? Did I make the right choice in my life? What do you think he's asking himself right now? Why did I go so hard
for righteousness?
for righteousness' sake and still end up like this? I could have lived my life, chose different. Just like us. I could have lived my life and did something different if I was end up feeling like this anyway. So keep reading.
God. It says, but he himself went a day's journey into the wilderness, and came and sat down under a juniper tree, and he requested for himself that he might die, and said, it is enough now, O Yahweh, take away my life, for I am not better than my fathers.
What is he saying right there? That's called being suicidal.
Okay.
Listen, when men reach their highest heights and their lowest lows, it's something in men that gets in this area where their mind has to be flexible, and all men can't adapt. A lot of men can't adapt. So I tell you, you know how to adapt. Pick the box up. Okay, I can't do it. Well, listen, when life hits you and you can't adapt to life, you're going to be in this position because you haven't learned the mental flexibility. Now, he had one of the highest heights of all time. He had a great victory against.
He had the highest heights. But one of the highest heights for an Old Testament prophet, you're calling lightning from the sky. I mean, hey, even the disciples like, hey, Lord, hey, Christ, can we get the same power as Elijah had?
No,
that's how gangster in the scriptures he was. He was at the highest height that you can be for a prophet in righteousness' sake. And he's still saying, it's enough. Take my life. I'm not better than my fathers. What was his goal? Let me be as righteous as possible so I can surpass my fathers. Let me be as righteous as possible so that I can change this wicked nation's heart. I have enough in me to do it. I have the virtue to do it. I have the patience to do it, and the Lord is with me. Let me do it. And when you realize you couldn't do it, then what's the point of living? Same thing with us.
Look. My mission, I could not accomplish my mission.
Exactly. That's the point.
So I have no purpose.
There's no purpose. Why am I doing this then?
Why am I even here?
But that wasn't his only purpose.
Come.
The problem is we have our own set ideas of what our purpose should be and what direction our life should go into. And if it's not accomplished, then what's the point? That's not what God says. Because look at what God said in response. Let's jump down to verse. Give me verse 6.
God. 1 Kings chapter 19 and verse 6. And he looked, and behold, there was a cake baking on the coals, and a cruse of water at his head.
You know the Lord said, eat this cake.
Get some food and stuff.
Get some food and stuff. Drink some water.
He took his mind off of those crazy thoughts.
He's like, move on. You're worried about the wrong things right now. You got a long journey ahead of you. Your journey's not over. Your journey's not over. Eat this food and keep it pushing. Why are you soaking in your sadness and your vexation and your depression? Like all is lost now. Yeah, they didn't get the mess like they should have. Yeah, they're wicked. I know they're wicked. That's why I sent you out there. They're rebellious. We understand that.
You didn't get the outcome.
You worked hard.
That you guessed
you
you
worked
would
so hard for it and you still didn't get it. It's okay. Your journey's not done yet. Eat this cake, move on. Drink this water, move on. Like you were saying earlier. Can I take the loss? Can I understand the sadness and understand the Most High has more for me? And that this cloud will pass as well. This frustration will also pass. This sadness will also pass from us. The Lord says keep pushing. There's another day tomorrow. It's also shining. The sun is out tomorrow.
The sun's going to shine.
It's going to shine tomorrow, which means there's another opportunity for you to do more in this life. Your journey's not finished. He's telling one of the greatest prophets, this message. So why would he tell you anything different?
Yeah. Why would the Most High give you a different message?
Yeah.
This is the message he delivers.
God.
Eat your bread. Scripture says eat your bread with joy. The Bible says that.
God. Eat your bread with joy.
Eat your bread with joy. And he literally gave him bread.
God.
He said eat.
Don't be hangry anymore.
Listen, stop
Don't be
being
angry.
listen. Men are so inflexible that when their estate changes, they can't adapt with the change of their estate.
God.
Okay, so now, where we at scripture-wise before? Great precept. Where we at?
Back in Ecclesiastes?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I'm not trying to be all day. 7:3. Chapter 7, verse 3.
Ecclesiastes chapter 7.
I got about 30-something scriptures to get through, and I don't want to run through them in this rush, but I want to try to get the point. So, throw out for y'all being patient.
11 and 7.
No,
correct?
7 and 3. I'm going to the next precept.
Ecclesiastes 7 and 3.
So we heard first went to the tree stump. There's always second chances. We went into life and times and chances, which is there's always light if you can get to the next day. Then we went to the point that light is a gift because light is sweet.
Yeah.
The contrast to bitterness. All right? Living in the moment. And a pleasant thing for the eye to behold the sun. It's beautiful to be able to see and have vision. Spiritual vision and physical vision. Now we're in what? Ecclesiastes 7 and 3.
Ecclesiastes 7 and 3.
So if light is a gift, what is the opposite of light? Darkness and pain. Read.
Sorrow is better than laughter.
The Most High, this tripped me out when I first read it. It tripped me out. I'm like, what? Sorrow is better than laughter?
Mm.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
But you know what men don't do? Men don't look at the purpose of what's in front of them. They're looking at how it affects them. But they can't disconnect from the effect and look at the objective purpose. That's a skill you got to get. That's a skill you must learn. What is the purpose of the situation? It says sorrow is better than laughter. No one likes sorrow. But why is it correct? Yes, sir.
But can sorrow probably be the truth?
It could be a lot of things. It's definitely the truth of just where you're at. It's definitely the truth because you can't run from it. But it's going to tell you why. The why was what matters. Read the second part of that scripture.
For by the sadness of the countenance, the heart is made better.
It's not about the situation. It's about that you got better than the situation.
So,
I got better than the divorce.
okay.
I got better than the derank or the loss of rank. I grew past that. I grew past the loss. I grew past the disappointment. Using Elijah as the example, Elijah had to grow past the fact that he did all this good and no one pat him on the back. No one was happy for him. No one valued what he did. No one valued him risking his life and sacrificing his life for a righteous cause. The only person that saw it was who? The Most High. What's the lesson about this? Certain things you're going to do, and the only person going to appreciate what you did was the Father. And are you good enough? Are you good with that? Are you good knowing that between you and the Most High, He saw you and you didn't get a pat on the back? Some people live for external validation. People live for that. And in this life, from my experience, part of this life is about deprivation. What is deprivation? Being ignored, being forgotten, huh?
Not getting what you want.
Being deprived.
Not getting what you need sometimes.
No, not getting what you want.
Listen, not getting what you want.
You get what you need.
You get what you need, but you don't get what you want.
Yeah.
You're deprivation, isolation, separation. You're not getting the embracing that you crave. You're not going to get the craving, the craved good job.
Right.
What was that definition you said?
Deprivation.
Deprivation.
Deprivation. Go ahead and pull it.
It's not a pat in the back, right?
Well, I mean, it's a lot of things, but you can go get Collins. You can go get the source. You can go get Google.
Deprived.
It all means the
Yeah,
same thing.
yeah. Deprivation is the withholding from.
Yeah, you're not getting what you want because not your time. But what men are infatuated with, they're infatuated with the fact that I'm not attaining the object. Remember, we have different segments of people. Certain people, they're about the object. They got to get it. Riches to the men of understanding or bread to the wise. And some men got to fight the battle to get the leverage. And some men, we read earlier, it says they're in a race. In this race, this race, they're fighting for the object. But what if you don't win the race? What if you don't win the battle? What if you don't get the understanding or the riches? What if you don't attain the bread? Is your life over? Are you supposed to be dejected and broken? Because you're deprived of the object of your desire? Children are like that. They go to a toy store and they walk out without a toy. They lose in the parking lot. But grown men do the same thing. Grown women do the same thing. We don't get the object when we want the object. I'm not asking for much. I'm not asking for much. I get it. But the Most High puts us in this position where we have to wait and have the mature spiritual perspective. And if you don't have the ability to wait, and you don't have the ability to maintain or gain the mature spiritual perspective, then it's safe to say you may never get the object that you desire. Because we have to grow into the perspective that allows you to maintain the object. Why would Most High give us kids if we're negligent or irresponsible? Why would He give me a counterpart if I'm selfish? That I can't really invest in these people because I don't have any book information. Because I haven't studied. You want a soul, but you don't study. I want a promotion, but I can't take pressure. I can't handle critique, and I can't handle scrutiny, and I can't handle being hated in my position. The Most High gives you a succession of little bitty hurdles and spirits and experiences to over time give you the necessary experience to handle your blessing. I'm giving you this pain in doses that you can handle so that when you get the blessing you need, you can handle the pain that comes with the blessing. Scripture says that you get blessed with much what? Persecutions. Isn't persecutions painful?
Yes.
But you can't take pain. You can't get out the cloud. You can't look at the light. You can't focus on the sun. You want to obsess over the darkness around you. And then you got babies, kids, family, and beautiful children. You can't even enjoy them. Can't enjoy your children, bro. Can't enjoy your wife. Can't enjoy your brothers. Can't enjoy your youth. You're only young for so long, bro. You want to blow your youth? Blow your youth. You want to blow it? Blow it. Huh? You're going to be old and wish you was young. You'll be dressing all crazy. You're dressed all crazy. Because you're mad you lost your youth. But when you were young, you blew it. You blew your youth on illusions and mirages, chasing. You had this infinite chase of this object you couldn't get. You want the man that don't want you. You want the woman that don't want you. You want the car that make the car don't want you. They don't want you. You want to clothes the people that don't want you. Besides, he don't want you. He don't want you. Gucci don't want you. You got monkey lips on the. You got monkey. I don't like Gucci, but they got monkey lips, big black monkey lips on the shirts. They don't want me, and we're obsessed because this life is about making you feel inferior. Because if I could put you in a position of inferior and still inferiority complex, you're gonna spend everything you have to not feel inferior and go into consumerism.
Yep.
That's the game. That's how you raise economies when it comes to the population. Make them feel inferior. Have a woman that's super skinny that is not naturally skinny, that's objectified as beautiful, that you'll never look like, and because you can never become the object, let me buy that article of clothing so I can be like that object, so I can feel pleasure by association. That's on you, bro, or female, whatever, whoever you are. You're using your inferiority complex, and you're getting pimped because you're carnal. They know the game, bro. It's all psychology. Let me pimp your inferiority complex so you can fall to peer pressure. Because I know you want to be validated. I know you need external validation. I know you need a sensation. I know you need to feel something. I know you need a pleasure. I know you can't enjoy what God's giving you. I know you're not content. If you're not content, I can sell you. I can pimp you and I can manipulate you because you're not content. You're fodder to be used. And now you're going to get ran through. You feel taken advantage of, and you feel be broken. That's the game of life. Dog eat dog. Capitalize on the weak. Game on a lane. That's life. If you can't find joy and growth and love in Christ and be content with what He's given you and value the people the Most High is giving you, they have to be the greatest people. Can you see them as the greatest? She might not be your cup of tea. Can you make her your cup of tea? They might not be the best athletes. Can you work with the athleticism they got? You may not have the money. Can you be smart with the amount of money you have in your pocket? We're like white women, huh? To be honest with you, we complain, we tell jokes. We were like white women, huh? I didn't get what I want. I'm not happy. I'm not happy with my life. I didn't get what I wanted. We'd be grown men saying this. I get 90210, Paris Hilton. I get. What's her name? The one that got with Kanye.
Kardashian.
I get the Kardashians. They gotta get what they want. That's all they got. All they have is their vanity, bro.
Yeah.
They need to enjoy that. Go get the plastic surgery. Go fill the lips up. Go get the injections. Go bleach your skin. You don't like it? Go get some new skin. Because all you got is the external. We have Christ in the book. We have patience, meekness, temperance. Christ died for us. We're the Israelites the Bible speaks of. We have inheritance with Christ. We have a future with Christ. A real tangible future with Christ. These people, when their physical skin ages, it's over for them. 10 years, they're forgotten. When their money's gone, no one wants to be with them anymore. When they have nothing to offer on a physical level, they are surpassed. Because it's a transaction. The carnal realm is a realm of transaction. When you no longer have what's necessary for the transaction, you are forgotten. In this life, in the spiritual realm, the transaction is what you lose for Christ, the treasures in heaven. So you're always valuable.
Yeah, and that kind of thing it is an acquired taste, but you're not a lot of times you're not gonna like things off a rip. You can learn to like things. Like, for instance, like I didn't like math in high school. I didn't get it, but once I got good at it, I learned to like it, and I started teaching other students in the classroom.
I learned to love it, huh? Great point. But brothers haven't learned to love discipline. Brothers haven't learned to love submitting. Brothers haven't learned to love following basic directions and instructions, which lead to more advanced directions and instructions, which leads to you knowing the Spirit. Because you have experience following different directions from different teachers and different mind states. And then you learn the mentality of your teachers. Then you have a clear vision of situations. But brothers don't want to hear that. They want to be stuck on this one level 2, level 3, and just walk and hit it. They want to be one-dimensional Pac-Man characters. Left, right, up, down. They're stuck on that. They can't see there's more life. There's something called the big picture. There's a big picture to this life. Men are stuck on what they didn't get, what they don't got. How come I didn't get it? And I got it and I don't want it no more. Now that I have it, it's not that dope. I want something else. I want a new pursuit. You know what? You're going to live in darkness, bro. And those clouds are going to absorb your life. The birth date and the death date, 80% of that time period in between is going to be you in a black cloud. And the 20% that you get is going to be a waste. Because you won't be able to appreciate it. Because you haven't learned to appreciate spiritual things. You haven't learned to value spiritual things. That's fine. That's fine. The consequence, you wasted your life. So let's keep going. So songs better than laughter. Read on the B part.
God, for by the sadness of the countenance, the heart is made better.
All your losses was to make you better. Bosses take losses. All this, I never lost. It's a lie. It's a lie. To win, you must lose. To succeed, you must fail. It's the process of life. Why are we so immature? I lost my damn rank one time, bro. I'm not gonna forget it. A dude came out of nowhere. He was selling me coffee. He buying coffee from the bro every couple of weeks. Thought one starts teaching him in the mall. I look up. 2 years later, I'm doing. He's got me doing push-ups. I've been the truth. This dude came out of nowhere and blew past me. And I ain't tripping about it either. Because he was a good man. But you know what? In a blink of an eye, someone can appreciate the truth more than you. In the blink of an eye, someone can appreciate your blessings more than you. In the blink of an eye, someone can surpass you in spiritual perspective because they actually understand the condition and they accept the condition and they rejoice in the condition. While you're like the hare, you're ahead of everybody else. You're ahead in the race. But you're so ungrateful. The Most High says, pause that man, make him run in place. Move this person past this person in development. He's ungrateful. He's unfaithful. This guy's hateful. You look up, and you're looking up to strangers. And strangers are giving you spiritual lessons. They're teaching you. Men's pride can't take that. Well, if your pride can't take it, why are you so ungrateful then? If your pride can't take it, why are you fixated on clouds? The Most High wants people that want to serve Him. He wants people that see the sunshine. He wants people that live in the moment, that are living in the real. They're not living in fantasy and not in pursuance of sensation and pleasure. They don't live in pain. They don't live in pleasure. They just live in the now. He wants servants like that. And if I don't fit that capacity, then I can't be used as I ought to be used. Is that clear? All right. So now, learn from light, learn from pain. Light is a gift. Pain is also a gift. You need failure to know what not to do. You need to know what to do, and you need to have failures to learn what not to do. Next point, Ecclesiasticus 11:25. Ecclesiasticus 11:25.
God.
Ecclesiastes chapter 11, verse 25 reads. I don't have that. Yes.
In the Apocrypha. Well, it's the red book. Yeah, pass the homie red book.
Right here.
Page 77.
Right
Is
there.
the red book.
He's got two of them.
Oh, you got one? Okay.
Page
Okay,
77 in the red book.
Okay. Page 77. Let's go.
Come. Ecclesiasticus chapter 11 and verse 25 reads. In the day of prosperity, there is a forgetfulness of affliction.
And this is a real scary point. Because it can help anybody. When things get good, we forget the bad. That feels great. Doesn't it feel good? Doesn't it feel good to feel good? You feel so good, you feel so good, you forgot what it's like to suffer.
Yeah.
That's scary too. I get scared of that. Because if I forget what it's like to suffer, when it's time to suffer again, I can't believe I'm doing it. I can't believe it.
It hits harder.
I can't believe it.
Yeah.
It's called moderation. Don't get too high, and don't get what?
Too low.
Don't get too low. I used to get super like, oh my God, the highest heights. Run your holler! We did it! And then guess what? Tomorrow comes.
Yeah.
And you're back at zero.
Yep.
With no momentum. And then you try to get back on top, and you're getting cut off in traffic. People are cussing you out. Your toast is like burnt. Your toast is burnt. Your coffee's tasting like not so good. Your breakfast is whack. The taco that you got is greasier than normal. Things just aren't going your way. But yesterday, everything worked out. Today was a good day. Every light turned green when you drove up to it. Everybody liked you. Girls are checking you out. Your striations were popping that day.
Striations.
If you're into striations, it was popping that day. Everybody wanted to buy from you. People said, you're something about you, man. You're just different. Something about you. You look like a person of wisdom. Next day, I think you're a damn fool. One day you're on top. Next day you're not. And when you forget that the Most High gives you you're on the seesaw. Some people get so caught up in the highs that when they get low, they get suicidal. I'm suicidal because I can't take the fact I'm hitting a low. I'm at a low in my life, man. I'm at a real low, brother. I don't know if I'm going to make it. But when you won the lottery, it was good. You won $200, it was good. You had the new car, it was good. When you had that new job, it was good. When you had that polo shirt that was fresh at the time, and then it started fading out, it was good. Things lose their sensation. They lose, things that you get, the newness of things. Thank you. The newness and luster of things dissipates. And then you're like, it's the same-ish, different day. Well, you forgot that there's a low point in life too. Why don't you just make the mature decision and live in the middle? Why don't you just live in the middle? Okay, things are good. Wow, fantastic. I'm glad. Things are bad. Oh, it's bad. Okay, been here, done that. It's not forever. Why are you taking lows? And why are you riding super duper rum on top of that's called being bipolar. Yes, sir.
You're not supposed to be like surprised about it, right?
Yeah. Listen. When I say bipolar, I don't mean the psychological term for bipolar. I don't mean that. I'm talking about the basic concept of super high, super low. That's that kind of spirit. Over time, it breaks people because you're going through so much shifts. The shifting is too much. You've had a hot and cold relationship before? You ever had that when you're fighting and fighting and arguing, and then I love you, you're fighting and fighting, I love you. But it's such an extreme, it's so many extremes that there's no way it can last. This can't last. It's too many extremes. And then there's some relationships where it's smooth. Little low, little high, little low, little high. It lasts longer. People want to ride passions. People are passion riders. Well, fantastic. Ride the passion. But the problem is, you train your mind to ride the passion. When it's time to have low passions and bad passions and negative passions, you're going to ride those passions too. You're going to ride the lows extra hard. You're going to ride the highs extra hard. You're going to burn yourself out on both ends. So read.
Come. In the day of prosperity, there is a forgetfulness of affliction.
Listen, bro, we got a school. We got the school almost built. Bless the Most High. That's cool, bro. In my head, what's the next thing we got to build? What's the next goal? I'm not getting caught up in. I'm not telling nobody not to enjoy it. Don't think like that. I'm just saying, if you get too caught up in the accomplishment, you'll stay in 1995.
Damn.
That happens in life. That's life. That's real. For those that watch sitcoms, Love and Marriage. Anybody watch that? Yeah, Ted Bundy, whatever. Not Ted Bundy.
Married with Children?
What's his name? Al Bundy.
Ted
Al
Bundy.
Bundy, right? Yeah, Married with Children. Yeah, Al Bundy, right?
That was the serial.
All right. Remember Al Bundy? He scored 4 touchdowns in one game.
Oh yeah,
The main character. Listen, I'm just saying. I don't watch the shows too much, but listen. The main character scored 4 touchdowns in one game. And that was the height of his life. And then he became a shoe salesman at a women's place, and he hated his job, and he hated his wife, and he hated his kids, because he lived in his highlights. We could become the same. Maybe we're not the character. But we could do the same thing. If you get stuck in your highlights, you can forget the highlights right in front of you. At least you got a wife that wants you. At least you got some kids that say daddy. At least you got a home to come to. It might not be the best home, at least you have one. But when you're forgetting the bad times, or you're living on the top of the mountain, you're on the peak, I'm on the mountain. I did it. Listen, bro, you're asking, because of that immature mentality, you're asking to have a bunch of peaks and valleys, highs and lows, and burn out. You're asking to burn yourself out. You're going to burn out as a man. You cannot attach to the victories, and you cannot attach to the defeats either. You got to live in the now. If you're not living the now, it's safe to say you're depressed. It's safe to say that. So now, what else is going on?
Still on
Can
25.
you read them?
And in a day of affliction, there is no more remembrance of prosperity.
Or when it rains, everybody forgets the sunshine happened. Everybody forgets they had a blue sky. Everybody forgets the Most High. He blessed them the day before. The day before you was just blessed the day before. The day before you got your personal record on the lift and the weights. The day before you know what? You had an easy day at the job. The day before, you and your woman got along well. The day before, you and the kids played the part. Y'all played the part, and the sun came and you had a good time. Y'all had snacks and sandwiches, tuna sandwiches. Next day it rains and you're like, I don't know if I want to live anymore. What the hell are you talking about? You let the day determine your feelings, then your feelings are like the weather then. You are living in vanity. Vanity is the fact that wherever the clouds tell you to live, you are a slave to the clouds. If the clouds got rain, you're sad. If the clouds are gray, you're pessimistic. If the sky is cloudy, but it's not raining, I'm just melancholy, bro. Hello. You got that whole grunge spirit on you. You got the whole, yeah. You're just grunging. Because the environment determines your emotional temperament. You've trained your mind to attach to your outside environment. And that's why you need the vice. That's why you need the indulgence. That's why you need the chocolate. That's why you need the sugar. That's why you need the meat. That's why you need the fried little spicy foods. That's why you need the one-on-one time. That's why you need the binge watching. That's why you got to live. That's why you got to doom scroll. Because you attach so much to this environment. Now you need a counterbalance because you didn't get the environment you want. So let me give myself to something vicey so I can feel good to balance me out. The real answer is to detach from your environment. The real answer is to detach from the unhappiness. The real answer is to detach from the past. The real answer is this person has a problem with me today. There's a chance tomorrow they'll let it go. There's a failure today. Chance the failure will be over with. There's stress today. There's a chance the stress will not be there tomorrow. And if there's stress tomorrow, there's a chance that I will get strong enough to handle the next stress, the next stressor of tomorrow. And it's safe to say if the clouds come, there'll be a little bit of sunlight. And if I don't see sunlight in a week, the sunlight will come. After the storm, that's when the sky is the brightest. Don't you see the dynamics? But we fixate on the cloud. We don't fixate on the light that Christ has given us. And because of that, you can't remove your pain. You can't release it. A lot of us just can't release the pain. How can you release pain when you're attached to the source of your pain? How can you release pain when you're attached to the same habits that created the pain? All right? So we know that prosperity and affliction are passing conditions on earth. Prosperity and affliction are just natural passing conditions on earth. I can't absorb into the affliction, and I can't absorb into the ecstasy. They're all just conditions on earth. The Most High doesn't change. The book doesn't change. If you attach the Most High in the book, you can maintain your moderation, you can maintain your stability, you can maintain your positive conscience. But if you're attached to expectations, objects, pursuits, validation, what you should be getting, living the past, I used to have it, I don't got it now, I'm in a low position, why am I here? I'm on top of the world. Whatever you're giving your mind to, those are all paths to mental and emotional distortion, leading to delusion, leading to incessant self-disgust. Because you're going to start hating yourself over time because you can't do it. I've never had this. I've never had that. I'm not worthy. I feel low. I'm just not worthy of blessings. I'm starting to give up, starting to quit. I don't think there's any good in my life. You know what? Boop, I hate my life. What we don't see is that these spirits are spirits. These are spirits. And they're guiding you to a certain path. These spirits' job is to get you in the path of self-destruction. They have a job. Everything has a responsibility. The left-hand side has a responsibility, and the right-hand side has a responsibility. The funny part is, whatever path you're on, it always leads to self-destruction. That's the funny part. You can talk to 1,000 people. All the spirits they pick, take them to the same place. Next point. Ecclesiastes in the Bible, chapter 11, verse 9. Ecclesiastes in the Bible, chapter 11, verse 9. And then verse 10.
Ecclesiastes chapter 11, verse 9.
Uh-huh.
It says, "Rejoice, O young man, in thy youth."
Do what?
Rejoice, O young man, in thy youth.
In particular, the young man. The man that lacks experience. The man of young physical age. The man that's fresh in his vitality. Brother, rejoice. The Lord says to rejoice. He said be happy. Enjoy it. Read.
It says, "And let thy heart cheer thee in the days of thy youth."
And listen, let your mind cheer you in that phase of youth. Enjoy your youth. Read. What page are we on? Black book. Okay. Read.
It says, "And walk in the ways of thy
And the
heart."
Bible says you walk in the ways of your heart. It does say walk in the ways of your heart. Meaning experiment. Not talking about eating my experimentation. I'm talking about that. Bro, I tried this pill, bro. I did this little mushroom, dude. And this mushroom just got me out of my mind, bro. No, not that kind of experimentation. Right? It says, walk in the ways of your heart. There's different experiments, different pursuits. I want to do athleticism. I want to tap into making money. I want to tap into this kind of learning. I want to try this part of my life. You know, men have different interests. Talking about giving yourself to different, finding what you're good at, finding what you're skillful at, finding where you fit, your niche. Read.
It says, "And in the sight of thine eyes."
Uh-huh.
"But know thou that for all these things the Most High will bring thee into judgment."
But listen, you can be young as you want to be. You can experiment and find as much as you want. At the end of the day, the Most High is going to judge you. So even though you're young and enjoying your life, you better be conscious of offending God. There's that concept of invincibility. The concept of I'm invincible and there are no consequences for my actions. Most High said, listen, enjoy yourself, but not too much. Because you're going to look up and get judgment. Yes, sir.
Because, sometimes you don't necessarily say those words, but you have this feeling as though the worst of the worst situation couldn't happen to you.
Exactly.
You don't say that.
Thank
but
you.
have this
Thank
feeling
you.
As though it would happen to them.
It would never happen to me.
happens to them.
Yeah.
I don't think it happens.
It would never happen to me. I'm me. I'm him. Those things happen. But the issue is, once I said, listen, just know, if you go too far and you experiment too much, you get advice you can't get rid of. Or you get some child support you can't get rid of. You experimented and you found out. And then you really found out. Have some common sense, is trying to say. Have some sense. Enjoy your life, learn, go through your pursuits, get your experience, but make sure that people are watching over your decisions. Because you can experience something and you're in a certain situation where, guess what? Now you gotta deal with long-term consequences. Is that clear?
Can I put them on that point?
Go ahead and pull it.
Give me Ecclesiasticus 40 and verse 1 through 3, and then we'll jump to verse 8. Or verse 7, I mean.
The Red Book, Ecclesiastes and the Apocrypha, chapter 40.
And what we're doing is we're explaining why he's explaining and he's teaching the young men to enjoy your walk in the truth. He's not saying enjoy your youth and wickedness. Enjoy your walk in serving God. And be happy. Be content. Learn contentness. Learn happiness in Christ early. That's what he's saying. Because everything else is only going to bring to that the primitive mindset, frustrated mindset, the worrisome mindset, the almost
the animalistic mindset.
What's that? You're looking for danger.
Pessimistic
mindset.
Yeah.
Read that real quick. Give me verse 1.
Page 94. Ecclesiastes chapter 40, verse 1.
Skepticism.
Page 94.
Yeah.
Great travail is created for every man.
Because every man always going to have this struggle with what you're not getting versus what you expect. With what your life is at versus what you thought your life was going to be at. That's the travail of man. Read on.
And an heavy yoke is upon the sons of Adam.
And on top of that, the Most High is going to make you work for everything you got in your life. Whether it's what you dreamed of or what you didn't dream of, you're going to be working for it. And you're going to be busting your tail for it. Read on.
From the day that they go out of their mother's womb to the day that they return to their mother, to the mother of all things.
Yep.
Their imagination of things to come and the day of death trouble their thoughts.
What is constantly troubling the thoughts of man? Constantly troubling the thoughts of man and woman on earth every single day. What's to come? What am I expecting? What am I dreaming about? What do I want? What's my vision board look like?
What will tomorrow bring?
What will tomorrow bring? And death.
Yeah.
All these things is constantly in your head. Constantly stressing yourself down, wearing your soul down every single day. Which is why he said in Ecclesiastes, enjoy your life. Enjoy your hope. Sorry, I was reading Spanish. Enjoy your youth. Enjoy the days where God is all pure, all positive in your life. Because everything is just going in your way. Enjoy that. Remember those emotions. Because when the time of trouble comes, you can't forget that. You can't forget when the Most High was with you and everything was going.
And the W's, you had the W. Because people must be the W.
You had the W.
You had the W's.
And some of those W's was the fact you didn't get stung as hard as you should have been.
That's
and
real.
you know you got away with a lot of dirt.
That's real.
So he's saying, we know you got away with it. Those are some of those W's because you could have been locked up. You could have been dead. You could have had serious diseases. You could have been in precarious situations that would have led to even more trauma in your later life. All these things could have happened to you or could have been magnified even more. But you were spared. So enjoy it. Take account of that joy.
How about we deserve that car accident? How about we really deserve it?
Earn it.
When bros operate a high degree of pride and bros
To go into that.
lead their response. Okay,
Let's go right into that. He says, enjoy your youth. Because if you don't, then when life hits you hard, because you have to answer for your mistakes, you have to answer for the shortcomings, then you're going to think God's unfair. That's when we get that conversation. God has never been with me. He's always been against. That's not true.
He loves everybody except for me.
Everybody except for me. I'm not loved. I'm the forgotten child.
Yeah.
Maybe serving God with him for me. That's what that conversation comes into. So keep reading.
Their imagination of things to come in the day of death trouble their thoughts and cause fear of heart.
These are what these clouds are. They're thoughts of what's to come, what they're not getting. What is my 10-year, 20-year, 30-year plan look like? That causes real stress in someone's life. Then it causes depression.
Yeah.
Then it's anxiety. Then I can't sleep at night.
You know,
Now everything around me is just doom and gloom because where I thought I was going to be is not reality.
facts.
Keep reading.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 40, verse 3.
No, so give me verse 7 and 8 real quick.
Verse 7. Ecclesiasticus 40 and 7. When all is safe.
But you know what the Most High says? That cloud's going to pass. That stress is going to pass. That frustration, that depression, that too will pass.
That moment is going to pass.
Done. You know, I think it was Shang pulled that scientific fact about the mind. The mind, first and foremost, the mind is constantly looking for regularity. So stress is an unregular emotion on the mind. So it's going to do whatever it possibly can to regulate itself, hormonally regulate itself. So what he was saying, Shang was saying, the mind will naturally re-regulate itself in 9 months, 9 to 10 months. It will reset itself because it can't stay in this heightened, stressful position for too long, or you will die.
Yeah,
Yes. The equilibrium of the body, the equilibrium of your hormones.
Yeah.
Eventually, your body will find that state. So while we're flipping out and we're in our negative down and downs, the
cortisol, you feel your blood
cortisol levels
out there.
The fat face is coming because of the stress,
That's crazy.
the sleepless nights. All these things all these physical effects are showing you, hey, stop having
Your
these
adrenals
problems.
are fatigued.
Gone.
Your adrenals are gone.
You're waking up all night. You can't sleep.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Like on chapter 40, when it said till the day they died, they will return to the mother of all things.
Yes.
What does that mean?
It's talking about the earth.
When you die, you go back.
You're going back into the dirt.
The physical body.
Your physical body's going to go back into the dirt, and your spirit goes with Christ. Goes with the Most High.
Okay.
And so at the end of all the struggling, all the stress, all that's going to happen is you're going to go back to the dirt anyway. So what Christ is saying, or what the Scripture is saying in Ecclesiastes, enjoy your youth, enjoy the time when the Most High gave you peace, when He gave you chances, endless chances, and just understand
that you didn't recognize that He gave.
That you didn't recognize, and understand that you're accountable for your actions. Why? Keep reading.
Verse
7 again. Yeah, read 7 again.
Ecclesiasticus 40 and 7, page 95. When all is safe, he awaketh, and marveleth that the fear was nothing.
Because what the Most High is going to do is, when He lets that cloud pass by you, now we understand why it says in Wisdom of Solomon, fear is the abandoning of the succors.
That reason offers.
That reason offers. What does that mean? When you have fear and you're uncertain about how your life is going to turn out, because you can't see it, you can't control it, all you're telling God is, I don't trust you. So then when He gets you through the situation, when He gets you through the cloud, leads you through the stress, it's an aha moment. God was with me. Why was I tripping in the first place? Why did I lose all those nights, weeks, months of stressing, crying, vexed, just for it to work out anyway? It says now, when the cloud passes, when all is safe, and you awake from that nightmare, for how many months you were in that nightmare, you realize, you marvel, man, that fear was for nothing. That stress was for nothing. That depression was for nothing. I created that because God always had me. He was always waiting for me. But I created the extra pressure.
I made my life harder
Exactly.
than it needs to be.
Come.
I strained my relationships
Come.
unnecessarily because
Unnecessarily, yeah.
we don't talk about how our stressors and our
Yep.
negatives and our issues and our weaknesses and our flaws and our fears and our doubts,
Yep.
how it affects people that are emotionally and physically connected.
Come.
We don't talk about that.
Come. Yeah, you're 100% right. Because again, that homeostasis we're talking about. When you're stressing, everything is off. Hormonally, you're off. So that means I might be snappier than usual.
Yep.
I'm more I'm detached from everything around me. I don't want to talk to anybody. I don't want to invest in
People are
anybody.
looking for energy from me because they need me.
Yep.
And I just can't give you what you need.
Exactly.
I can't give you what you need because my head's somewhere else.
I'm so glad. And we see it in the mall all the time.
Yep.
If you worked in the mall
Guard,
and you're sitting here
Guard
trying
officer.
to sell somebody, Yeah. When you're sitting here trying to sell somebody, talk to somebody, and they're just so locked into their mind, whatever they're thinking about, they don't even hear you. It's not even a diss. They just don't hear anything around them because they're so in their own mind.
Yeah.
Where you're not aware of nothing. Someone robbed you someone came behind you, you wouldn't even know they're behind you because you're so locked into your own little world. That little world is what runs friends off, relationships off, job opportunities off. You don't think people who are pro job interviewers can't see you got problems? Well, behind a little fake smile,
That's a crazy statement.
It's not really.
They're trained to
There's something off.
They
about
can't
you.
see you're emotionally imbalanced and you're putting on a show.
Look, I've sat in interviews where my radio she's an interview, and I would sit and listen to the background to how some of these people come off, and after the interview I'd be like, she ain't the one, huh? Like, nah, she ain't the one. You can just tell. You can tell whether they don't believe in what they're talking about. They just Googled what this was 5 minutes ago. They didn't even know what the name of the business was. They're like, I just interviewed. That was a good job for me.
Yeah.
Or they're battling other things.
They're not there.
They're not there. What am I saying? It's all for nothing. Because when the dust goes away and the cloud passes, you didn't realize the fear and the frustration was for nothing. Keep reading. Unless. It's all for nothing unless. Read on.
Verse 8. Such things happen unto all flesh.
The constant cycle of I'm stressing for no reason, then I have the aha moment that God's always been with me. That happens all the time. Read on.
Both man and beast.
Beasts are uncomfortable too.
Did you see animals? Listen, you ever see a dog when you sleep out? The dog is moving his legs and he's barking in his sleep. Like y'all watch dogs sleep out? And they're like on this pursuit. They're trying to get something, and then they're trying to get. And then sometimes they're in pursuance of something, or they're barking at something, or they're running from something. You can see their bodies because their brain's still shooting electric, and they're like wherever he's at, he's going to a battle right now.
It's like me, my dog. I don't like walking in the nighttime, so I get home and he already knows. It's like a 50-50 chance I'm gonna walk up at night. I'm like home at 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
So he's still late night. He's looking at me, and he's like, "What you gonna do? You gonna take your shoes off? You gonna leave your shoes on?" If I leave my shoes on, he gets up. He's like, "I'm gonna walk." I'm like, "I walk you, dog." Yeah. Or if I take the shoes off, right when I get home, it's like, "Man, I'm going to sleep. I gotta go back to sleep." Even the beasts don't know what's going on. They don't know they're getting that walk. I don't know they're getting that extra water.
Man.
They don't know what's up, right?
That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense.
So everyone's going through that cycle of expectation, getting let down. Expectation,
disappointed.
Getting let down, disappointed. But we, having the understanding of the Most High, should be going through that and understanding it's going to work out anyway because God got our best interest in mind.
Yep.
So finish that up.
Verse 8. Such things happen to all flesh. Both men and beast.
It happens to all flesh.
Inevitable. Listen,
we're the sons of the Most High. According to Scripture, we should understand it. We're the sons and daughters of the Most High. God. The animals are going to experience what the animals are going to experience. Why are we having the same mental experience as the animals? We gotta fix it before it's too late. 1 second, y'all.
No, you keep on. I think it's broke.
You got so much time. Hey, this TV cut off, this channel cut off. It's actually plugged in, but it's not getting juice. So we got like a little bit of battery left. So hopefully the Most High hooks it up, blesses it. I don't know what's going on right now.
Lord God is out. We live in limbo. Right? It could go up, it could go down.
Yeah, we don't know what to expect, y'all. I don't know what to expect.
Like J. Cole said, it can go up, it can go down.
Anything can happen. I want to finish this class, though. I like to.
But finish that up.
Middle of 8. And that is sevenfold more upon sinners.
Upon who?
Upon sinners.
Sinners have a worse, a more bad time.
And the stress.
More stress. Because they have the expectation of punishment.
More fluctuation, right?
Yeah, because for one, a sinner is a person that doesn't learn how to regulate their spirit. So when you can't regulate yourself, you're going to sin. It's pretty easy.
Okay.
If I can't control my emotions, it's safe to say I'm going to do stupid things and I'm going to blame it on my emotions.
And it's also saying, clean hands make the man stronger and stronger. Mm-hmm. So if you want to have the stability of understanding God's always on your side, stop sinning. Because when you stop sinning, you don't have as heavy of a conscience of seeking that death, not knowing what's going to happen in the future, the uncertainty. That uncertainty, that fear is the Most High saying He sends it on the sinners, especially tenfold. Everyone goes through it. But if you're doing dirt, you know you're doing dirt. Now you look over your shoulder, and there's a reason for that.
You're lowering your chances of the probability of getting a blessing.
God.
You know it.
And what's sin?
so-
Sin is making mistakes or causing offenses.
Causing
Causing
offenses,
offenses, yeah.
making mistakes, and also New Testament definition, missing the mark.
Right.
So missing the mark is just not living up to the standard that I know I can live up to. Not being the best person I'm supposed to be based off the amount of information I know. You know, you got a full notebook, bro. You know that. You know better than that. A guy with a brand new notebook, he gets a little pass. You got a brand new notebook. You got 3 or 4 notebooks. We still doing this? We're still doubting? We're still angry? We're still ingrate and ungrateful? We're still unfaithful and hateful? We're still lying to brothers? We're still lying in counsel? Still lying in counsel? We're still throwing smoke bombs and deflecting? You're still deflecting? I'm still not accountable? I still can't be told the truth about myself? And it's still never my fault? It's still not me. Everywhere I go, there's problems around me. No matter where I go, there's a problem and bad reports. And it's never me. Come on. We're not being mature. We're not being spiritually mature as we ought to be. Okay? Continue to read.
Yeah, that's it. It's off now.
Good point. So now we're going to finish Ecclesiastes 11 and 10. We're gonna keep going because we're actually going. We actually have a place we're going. We're going somewhere. Whether we get there, it might have to be next week, but we're trying to get somewhere. And Salakia online, this for some reason, this is
Charging.
it's charging.
Yeah, it's charging.
Oh, bless the Lord. Cool. Go ahead.
Ecclesiastes chapter 11 and verse 10.
Let's go.
Therefore remove sorrow from thy heart.
Listen, bro. You might as well let it go. You might as well remove the things you're insecure about. You might as well remove your insecurity. You might as well remove your self-doubt, your self-loathing. You might as well remove your your internal sense of disappointment that you don't talk about. You might as well work on yourself and get these things out of your heart because you're wasting your youth. Now, for those that are not youth, you're wasting the vitality you do have. Those that don't have that vitality, you're wasting the time that you have left by poisoning the life you do have and the light you are able to receive. You're wasting that opportunity on living in the 80s, or living in the divorce, or living when you got fired, or living that the job condition changed, or living when you lost the freedoms you used to have, or living with the situation that you can't control. Try to control the uncontrollable. Playing control power games. You know the games we like to play? I can't go to sleep until I figure out a way to control the situation. I can't sleep until I find a way or angle to control the situation that I'm in. Because I gotta dominate this. I can't trust the Most High. I gotta control the circumstance. That's why you can't sleep. Read.
Therefore remove sorrow from
Therefore,
thy heart.
you might as well remove sorrow from the heart. Remove the things or the seeds within you that are growing the roots of bitterness within you.
And it doesn't mean remove doesn't mean to take it away because you can't take it away. It's just saying you got to flip the script. You got to look at it as part of life. What's the lesson?
Get the lesson and remove your conscience from fixating on the problem. Yes, sir.
Yeah, and that remove also means to leave undone. Sometimes we get fixated with something that was broken. We get fixated trying to fix it. Because it was broken, I want to fix it. Some things are not meant to be fixed.
Certain things can't be fixed until the Lord fixes it. Or how about it may never be fixed.
Right.
And you're defining your whole life by fixing the situation. And you're the 90% of your life that's good is now shadowed. A shadow is cast on the good in your life because you couldn't fix this one scenario. You can't see that you had 9 victories and 1 loss. You say, I had 9 victories, but my life was trash because I lost. Well, you lost. Then that's your decision. That's your decision. You're wasting your youth, your vitality, or the life you have left. Keep reading.
Therefore remove sorrow from thy heart, and put away evil from thy flesh.
Put away evil from your flesh, which means what? The negative, not habits, but the negative patterns. Yes, it's like people that have these flashbacks. Certain people live in flashbacks. They get around certain people and they have a flashback. There's certain situations and they have a flashback. They eat a certain food and they have a flashback. I can never eat Wonder Bread. I ate Wonder Bread. I'll never eat that again. I'll never eat ramen again.
You're living a life of regret filled with shoulda, woulda, coulda.
Yes.
Yeah.
Shoulda, woulda, couldas, and you're having these flashbacks because you have almost like you're shell shocked.
Yeah, like know what is evil for your spirit, get not that into it.
Yeah, I can't get myself back to that. I can't get myself to those moments anymore. Those moments keep taking you back to how things used to be. And now everything becomes a familiar spirit. You're on this street, you start talking about what you used to do on that street. You see this woman, and she reminds you of your ex, and now you're talking about your ex. You see this job, and you're talking about, well, I had this job, but I wish I had that job. But I got a job, but damn, I used to work over here. I used to be the manager. You're letting all the situations and the flavors and the connections and the past and the memories, you're living in memories that are dictating your emotional state to where you can't live in the now. And it leads to depression, bitterness, and it reveals ingratitude to the Lord. Read.
And put away evil from thy flesh.
Read on.
For childhood and youth are vanity.
Childhood and youth are vanity, bro. It was a time to learn, and you move on. You can't be young forever. Some people want to just live in their youth forever, which I don't have a problem with that because that's me.
That's crazy.
But listen. But the point is, well, you want to be healthy forever. But there's a point in your life your mind has to mature. Some people, they have like a 5th grade mentality, and they have a 30-year-old body. That's what I'm trying to get to. You have a 50-year-old mindset, but your body's 40. You're still in high school, but you're a grown man with children. Go ahead, pull it.
And that's what that evil means. Because evil also means disagreement. It could be something that's in your past. You didn't agree how it happened.
Exactly.
How to play it out. You got to let go of that.
You got to let it go because guess what? You're going to be stuck in middle school,
Right.
stuck in the divorce, stuck in that bad situation, or stuck with that freshman college mindset, and you just never grew past that. You just never. Some people they never go past certain stages in their life. Well, listen, bro. You gotta learn to let go of the past and live in the now. Take care of your body and your temple, but can you live in the now with maturity? You gotta live in the now with maturity, or you're gonna poison your life, and poison your blessings, and poison your house, and poison your relationship with the Most High in Christ. Next point. St. John 16:20. St. John 16 and 20. So let the clouds pass. Let these clouds pass, man. These clouds have nothing beneficial for you. They have nothing for you. Your old friends have nothing for you. Cousin them have nothing for you. Your ex has nothing for you. The money you spent, can't get it back, nothing for you. Go ahead.
Chapter 20, right?
Yep.
St. John, chapter 16, and verse 20.
Uh-huh.
Verily, verily, I say unto you, that ye shall weep and lament, but the world shall rejoice.
You don't think the Most High knows you're going to go through this experience? And you're going to be in the truth, reading the scriptures, and you're going to see everybody else in the world smiling and living their life, partying like it's 1999? You don't see that? You don't see the whole people going to be, the balls dropping, the balls dropping, the fireworks are fireworking, and all the confetti's in the air, and it's cold outside. Everybody's leather jackets on. Everybody's feeling good. Everybody's smiling and drunk. And everybody's going to get pulled over by the cops because the cops are waiting for you to get drunk and give you DWI like they do every year. Right? Everybody's having a good time. But you're in your room studying. Everybody's having I used to be really mad about this. Every spring break, I was at the mall. I keep hearing about how spring breaks, the customers come back, man. Spring break was a blast, bro. Oh my God! I'm like, yeah, bro. Oh, what'd you do? Oh, bro, we just had a blast. Bro. I'm like, I get it, bro. I wasn't invited. How about if I was invited, I couldn't leave my job. I could have gone anyway. I wish you were there, bro. Look at my cell phone, bro. Look at this, bro. I don't want to see it, bro. Whatever, bro. We had a good time, bro. Every year, spring break pop up, and the stories pop up, and the good times pop up. I could never go. I live 2 hours away from the beach. I was only 2 hours away. 3 hours and 45 minutes max. Depending on which one you go to. It's only a week. I said, okay, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to work the zone, and then once the zone's done, I'm going to leave at 9 o'clock. I'm going to get there, I'm going to chill, and then I'm going to come to the zone at 12 o'clock the next day. I got to experience this. I got to experience it. I'm looking at MTV. They got their spring break, and it used to be a big thing back then. Spring break used to be, it's a matter. It used to mean something. Right? And then I'm like, my mind's determined. I'm going to go spring break. I can give a damn. I want to be out there. At the end of the day, you get into a council.
One of
those stupid councils too. The brother just can't get past the grocery list at HEB. Brother, listen, bro. You can't go to HEB with money without a list. You can't shop off the list. We don't have the money to buy this item but not get this item. Stick to the list so everybody has what's necessary so we can make our meals for the month, bro, or for the two-week period we have. Don't deviate from the list. But the brother don't want to do that. He's going to argue and fight because he wants what he wants. And guess what? Who has to be president for the council?
Got no list.
Talk about he wants what he wants, bro.
Got no list.
All I want is bread with raisins. I want raisin bread. I want cinnamon bread with raisins. I'm like, brother, he didn't put on the list. You should have thought about that the first of the month. I can't go enjoy spring break. And why is that? Because the brother can't keep the list. It comes into a 1 hour council. You're like, I can still pull this off.
Yeah, one's cool. You can still.
I can pull this off. Then it goes from 1 hour council. He's arguing.
Yeah.
So then it goes to a council about pride. That's another hour.
Oh yeah, that's
Okay. You're getting tired. You get tired. I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna get
a vacation.
I'm making a vacation. And then you look up, and the brother starts talking about when he was a baby.
Yeah, that's always.
It's over, bro.
We're gonna be here.
It's 1 in the morning.
Yep,
it's 1 in the morning now. So we're gonna leave at 1 a.m. Get there at 4 a.m. and then be back at the school at 12 o'clock at the mall. That means you have 6 hours to do what you gotta do, or 8, whatever time it is. But how about you gotta drive too? So that's 4 minus 8. You got 4 hours to walk on the beach with some sand for 4 hours, and you didn't get no sleep. Let it go. Let it go. You're not gonna enjoy it. How about it wasn't meant to be? Yes, sir.
But it's not the down person that wants to counsel, right? That wants to counsel about these things.
Yeah. It's the guy that was supposed to argue because he didn't get what he wanted.
Yeah.
It's about something frivolous and stupid and disrespectful. And because it's disrespectful, we're going to keep counseling until you learn some respect.
Yeah.
And now no one can sleep. No one can sleep now.
No one's sleeping. No one's going on vacation now.
No one's going on vacation. I'm pretty sure everybody knows that experience. It's that, or if you're a married man,
it's Sunday.
It's Saturday. Your rip cries out of nowhere. It's 3 in the morning.
Turn the lights on.
Oh, shit. It's time to counsel.
They're not sleeping tonight.
No one's getting sleep. Well, listen. Different people have different situations. Depending on different temperaments. There's different temperaments.
That's unfortunate.
Everybody
he's supposed to be counseling. That crowd come out.
We don't want to counsel. You don't want to
got demons you got to solve later.
You got to counsel.
You got to counsel later.
You got to counsel. You don't want to counsel. When you're like, you want to learn the Bible? I got the Bible, but teach me the counsel. I'm good. I just want to watch the show.
In season and out.
Okay, cool.
This is the Bible.
If anyone's trying to go do your thing, I said, okay, cool. You know what? Listen. Don't you see the Most High is not letting you do what you want to do? Don't you see He's the chess master, creating situations to block your pursuit of pleasure? Can't you see it? If it's not that, it's your babies. If it's not that, your car breaks down. If it's not that, there's cops everywhere. Every corner you go to, there's a cop pulling somebody over, and you know you got no insurance. Come on, dog. Israel won't accept that the Most High is letting the world have their joy. They're supposed to have their joy, and you're not supposed to have your joy. Because this, you got to fulfill this scripture right here.
Or the joy is supposed to be the counsel.
Some of the carnal joy, though, because they're talking about carnal joy. You know, the young man joy.
Yeah.
When you get older, you're like, who cares anymore? But when you're full of vitality and youth and you want to get experiences.
Do things out.
Yeah. You want experiences. And how about the truck? You know, the trucks will come on at 10 in the morning. You got to pick up boxes and lift trucks and sell oils. And people your off day switched up. Your off day changed. The technicians come on schedule change. You had plans. Schedule change. That's just the life. Whether you're in the camp or you're out the camp. The Most High switches everything up. Your boss changes his mind. Hey, we don't need you to come in today. Don't answer that phone. It says BOSS. Don't answer the phone. You're off today. Do not answer that phone. You better answer that phone. What's going on? Ah, man, somebody couldn't show up, man. They're kind of sick. I just would like to know, can you please come in? We need you. We need you. Okay. Whatever you had planned is over. Read the scripture again.
St. John, chapter 16, and verse 20. Verily, verily, I say unto you, that ye shall weep and lament.
You're not gonna get the joy you want, bro. Whatever carnal joy you were looking for, not spiritual joy, because brothers ain't carnal, they ain't got spiritual. Yeah. I haven't seen a brother upset that he got get spiritual joy.
I want more spiritual.
Oh man, I want spiritual joy. Where's the spiritual joy at? There's all kinds of spiritual joy in the Bible. Yeah. How many classes got 800 classes? 800 classes of spiritual joy. Brothers aren't crying because they can't get no classes. No. Brothers are mad because they can't get free time. True or false?
That's very true.
Read.
But the world shall rejoice, and ye shall be sorrowful. Nah. But your sorrow shall be turned into joy.
There's 900 classes of spiritual joy if you want it. 900 reasons to be happy.
You got 2-hour classes, 4-hour classes.
It's 900 reasons to be happy in Israel.
That's nice.
And guess what? Jesus still down in the pits.
There's stories. There's history.
There's everything.
There's poetry.
There's all kind of spirits. The Lord has all kind of presentations for you. They're going to make you a wiser, better person. A great mother, a great wife, a great brother, a great husband, a great father, a great servant, and get to the kingdom. You're going to get to the kingdom. You'll be with Christ. What? Isn't that the joy? Mm-hmm. No, you're not getting what you want. You're not getting your way. Yeah. That's why you're mad. Read again at one point.
God, it says, that ye shall weep and lament, but the world shall rejoice, and ye shall be sorrowful, but your sorrow shall be turned into joy.
And there's going to be, I'm glad I didn't go to the party. Because this happened, the party got shot up. Tay got shot. Tay got shot that day. I'm glad I didn't go to spring break. Because there's a whole bunch of bad things happening. People going to jail now. Things happen. Bad things happen. The things that you are trying to fight to get to, the Most High is holding you back from, He's holding you back from the spirit of death, the Grim Reaper. Or he had angels set up to destroy things. And you're going to be in the midst of your bliss getting destroyed with your friends. Y'all ever experienced that before? You were supposed to be there, but you didn't get to be there. And all this, it's just things went left. Mm-hmm. Somebody drove drunk, car flip. I had plenty of those situations. The drunk driver, I didn't get in the car. I got a phone call out of nowhere. That's how I know. They get in the car. That's how I know. Car flips. That's how I know. Brother's dead. That's how it goes. But I was supposed to be in the car. But I went to class 2 weeks earlier. But if I didn't go to class, I'd be in the car. The Most High holds you back from what you want, but He's preserving you. So when you get the spiritual understanding that He preserved you, and the people in your life that you were competing with, that you were trying to measure yourself to, you're going to see the Most High actually preserved you the whole time. He took care of you the whole time. You were just too immature to understand it. You were too inexperienced to perceive it. Next point. So now, verse 21.
Verse 21. A woman, when she is in travail, has sorrow.
A woman, when she's in travail, has what?
sorrow.
Listen, she has a new life inside of her. But why is she sad? Because the position of giving new life requires pain. So you may not be giving birth to a baby, but there's a new you that's being built. And the new you coming out has to go through pain to become the new you. You're not getting the new you without pain. Read.
God. A woman, when she is in travail, have sorrow, because her hour is come.
Read on.
But as soon as she is delivered of the child, she remembereth no more the anguish.
You forget the pain when the Most High finally rewards you. You forget the pain once you become the new person. You forget the pain when you get the understanding. You're supposed to forget the pain because you learn to detach from the clouds. If you learn the skill of detaching from the clouds, the skill of detachment, the skill of letting go of expectation, the skill of stop trying to control things, the skill of being able to be comfortable in a position that requires fear, which means you have to have faith. If you can be comfortable being uncomfortable, not too high, not too low, if you can accept being last, if you can accept the periods of deprivation and isolation and not getting the experiences that everybody else is getting, if you can learn to value what the Lord's giving you in your garden, the good He's giving you, the good He's planting in your garden. Stop looking at everyone else's garden, talking about you don't got what they got. Well, I want tomatoes like him. I want carrots like him. I want a body like her. I want money like him. I want a job like him. I want a car like him. Can you just make the garden that the Father's giving you the best you can make? Can you just make the best okra you got? Can your okra and your onions and the blessings you got be the bomb? Can you make them grow to their full potential? Why look at somebody else's garden, somebody else's family, somebody else's house, somebody else's life, and then you're mad that your life's not growing? Well, how about your life's not growing because you can't give your mind in two places at the same time? You can't focus on their garden and your garden. You can't focus on the past and the present. You can't focus on the future and the now. You can't focus on your friend's life and your life. You gotta be locked into your zone and your responsibilities and your battle. The servant that is what? The servant that looketh back is not fit for the what?
For the kingdom.
Not fit for the kingdom. Why? Because he don't keep his eye on the ball. His mind don't stay on his job. His mind don't stay on his duty. His mind is absorbed with looking for ancillary pleasures and side quests. Yes, sir.
He's not beholding that sun that we read earlier.
He's not looking at the sun, huh? He's not keeping his spiritual vision.
Yeah.
He forgot his mission. You look up and they be on the outside looking in. I used to be Israelite. I used to be a sister in the camp. I used to be a brother. But I've evolved past the truth. You grew past the Bible? Damn, I wonder what you on right now. What are you on, brother? You're past the Bible. These guys become Egyptian again. They become Christians again. They become Muslims again. They become atheists again. They become Moors. They become all kind of different characters after the Bible. They become all kind of philosophies after the Bible because they weren't fulfilled. And they're going to blame on the camp. They're going to blame on the Most High. But they don't blame on the fact that they were sad because they were insatiable and they couldn't detach from their false pursuits. And they couldn't live in the middle and practice moderation. And they couldn't be grateful and practice gratitude. And they couldn't learn mental maturity and spiritual maturity. And they couldn't focus on their garden and let their flowers grow. And they couldn't appreciate their wife, their kids, what God had for them. They didn't appreciate none of that. They didn't want to fight their battles. And they couldn't lock their mind in to their mission and look at what the Most High had for them, the light God had for them. They were living in their clouds. They failed because they were overcome with their clouds. And the darkness took them over. That's the facts. The darkness took them over and they became victims. And why did they become victims? Because they could not manage, release, or overcome their pain. Because they wouldn't let Christ heal them. They would not allow Christ to heal them. They kept blocking the counsel. They kept blocking the scriptures. They kept blocking the class. They kept dodging information. They kept trying to create this spirit where you can't read them. They kept trying to be unreadable. And we're not psychics here, bro. You gonna tell us what the problem is or not? If you don't, fine. But I don't know what to tell you, bro. I'm not. We're not magic counselors here. This ain't magic counsel. You either present the problem or you don't. And some brothers don't present the problem, and they have 10, 20 years. They got a 10, 20-year cloud inside them that's never released. And then they said the truth don't work. The truth works when you work the truth. The scriptures work when you apply them. The Bible says the truth is in power. Power means application. If you're just going to be a memorizer, you know what? That's one step forward. But after memorizing comes application. Is that clear?
Yeah.
All right, let's keep going. You read?
Verse 21.
Uh-huh.
It says, a woman, when she is in travail, has sorrow, because her hour is come. But as soon as she is delivered of the child, she remembereth no more the anguish.
Why? Read.
For joy that a man is born into the world.
She has purpose. She brought a man in this world. She has a purpose to live for. The reason why the clouds dominate your life is because you don't have a purpose higher than those clouds. And I can relate to that. My purpose wasn't past my anger. My purpose wasn't beyond my sadness. My purpose wasn't beyond what I wasn't getting. My purpose wasn't past my shame. My purpose wasn't past my slothfulness. The only way to get past the clouds is to rise above the clouds. You ever been in a plane before? And you flew into a dark cloud, got a little scared, got a little cooler. You look out the window and it's all just like snow passing by the windows.
Yeah.
And then sometimes the flight will go up and you'll see above the clouds and you'll see the sun still shining. You were in the cloud, doesn't mean the sun wasn't there. The sun was still there. You were just in the cloud. You have to elevate past the cloud to see the sun, to get your clarity. If you don't have purpose, you cannot elevate past your doom and gloom. Maybe the reason you have doom and gloom is because you lost your purpose, or you forgot your purpose, or you denied your purpose, or you ignored your purpose, or you ran from your purpose. And that's why you're not bringing forth anything new in your life. That's why life is the same inch different day. That's why you're running in place. That's why there's nothing new. That's why life is stale. That's why time is flying like this. Because you're not getting new experiences of victory. You're not getting new victories in Christ. So if you're not getting new victories in Christ, you're living in defeats by consequence. If you're not living, you're dying. If you're not growing, you're... What's the opposite of progression?
Regression.
You're regressing. If you're not progressing, you're regressing. That's the reality. That's why we have to live in the moment. That's why we have to follow counsel. That's why we have to stay studied up. That's why we have to strengthen our roots. That's why we have to see the clouds, but grow beyond the clouds. That's why we have to direct and divert our focus from the cloud to the light that's going through the clouds. The little light that's penetrating the cloud. It ain't always just straight black clouds. It's bits of light going through the clouds. Are you going to look at the beams or focus on the gray? That's your choice. But you have a beginning and you have an end. And if you don't waste 75% of your time and you want to blow your youth on looking at clouds, you're going to look and regret looking at those clouds. Because those clouds are going to keep passing by. Because the clouds are what? Vanity. The clouds are just conditions on earth. Joy, pain, affliction, prosperity, blessing, curse. It's a cycle like a clock. 12 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 6 o'clock, day, night, full moon, crescent moon, full moon, crescent moon. We eventually have to get past all the things around us, and it's just about the Most High and your purpose and your responsibility to your people. And you find joy from your children. You find joy from teaching. You find joy from from counseling. You find joy from from contributing. You find joy from changing. You find joy from fighting. You find joy from resisting and not giving in. You find joy from learning. You find joy from practicing good spiritual hygiene. You find joy from taking care of your temple. You find joy overcoming your thoughts. You find joy from getting better. 1%, 2%, 3% better. You either want to live like that or hate your life. When you hate your life, you waste your life. And you live in the cloud. And the cloud, how about the cloud don't give a damn about you? Depression don't give a damn about you, it's a spirit. Hate don't give a damn about you, it's a spirit. Lust don't give a damn about you, it's a spirit. Envy don't give a damn about you, it's a spirit. The Bible says these are legions. Legions are orders of angels and demons. They have a purpose. Their job is to waste the vitality you have on their object. Their object is to influence you however they're programmed to influence. It's called spiritual warfare. The spiritual warfare is to control you, to wrap you in chains, different chains, the chains of anger, chains of sadness, the chains of envy, the chains of suicide or suicidal ideation, the chains of pursuance of pleasure, the chains of running and escapism, the chains of sensationalism, chasing the senses, the chains of just wanting to be somewhere else physically. I think that a physical change makes an actual mental change. But really, your spirit changes based off of the inner light within you. When you feel the light within you, somebody says the more you change what you look at, the more what you look at changes. It's a worldly quote, but it's true. When you change how you look, what you look at changes. It's true. Keep reading.
God. Verse 22.
Uh-huh.
And ye now, therefore, have sorrow, but I will see you again, and your heart shall rejoice.
So those who are in sorrow, that is a temporary condition. And the wind will blow those clouds away. It's not forever. Some of us operate as if these situations are forever. I didn't say it's not going to be a long time. But there's a difference between forever and a long trial. We extend the trial because we don't practice hope. We don't smell the scent of water. We don't strengthen our roots. We don't grow new shoots. We stay unproductive for 7 to 5 years at a time. We stay diseased like termites and weevils. We stay looking at everybody else growing but us. We stay living in the past. We stay comparing ourselves and living in competition. We stay living and base our life on how much we've acquired. We stay chasing riches, but carnal riches. Things you can't control. People you can't control. You're on these tracks of life that are leading you to self-destruction because there's no spiritual internal light that's bringing you closer to Christ. Because whenever I was working and serving, my mind was somewhere else. So when it comes to your marriage, your mind was somewhere else. When it comes to your kids, your mind was somewhere else. When it comes to your growth and development, when it comes to you in the camp, you were in the camp. But how about your mind was somewhere else? You were just a physical body in the camp. But you didn't get the lessons. Those brothers that don't get the lessons, they be around all types of wisdom, and 10 years later they don't remember nothing. But wisdom will not enter into a what?
Malicious soul.
A malicious soul. What's a malicious soul? A person that can't see the good. You can't see the good if you focus on the clouds. The cloud is the deliberate distraction. It's a deliberate, emotional, conditional distraction that's made to waste the time you have on this earth. That's the real. All right? And that's why you can't remove your pain. That's why I don't get better. That's why the pain in your heart feels fresh. It still feels like it just happened. It feels like it was yesterday. That's the reality. Okay? So now, we're not almost done, but we're gonna keep going. So now, Psalms 90 and 10. So let's do a quick recap. There's the tree stump, which is a reflection of man's condition. If he chooses to have faith, life is time and chance. Light is a gift. Also, pain, if you learn from pain, is a what? Gift. Prosperity and affliction are just what? Passing conditions on earth. There's cycles on earth. Youth is a gift. Passing joys is a part of life. You weep 1 minute, you smile the next. You smile the next minute, you weep the next minute. Laugh now, cry later. These are just different points of life, cycles. All right? Psalms 90 and 10.
Psalm chapter 90 and verse 10 reads,
Uh-huh.
The days of our years are 70 years and 10.
A score is 20 years. 3 times 20 is what? 60. 60 plus 10 is what?
70.
At max, we live what?
70 years.
Max 70 years. Take your age and subtract it from 70, if we even get there. That's how much time you got left. You might as well make the best of it in Christ. Read.
And if by reason
That's even worse because we got Russia coming. It's even worse. Read.
And if by reason of strength
I had to be like that, but that's the facts.
they be 80 years,
80 years.
yet is their strength labor and
And
sorrow.
all the years you got, you're going to be busting your tail working hard. All right, I don't want to work no more. Listen, bro, everything's work. Kids are work. Your body's work. Cooking a meal is work. Fixing your car is work. Getting down the street is work. Once you see life is work, Adam messed up. It's work. It's all work now. Why are you mad? It's all work. Everything's work. Adam messed up. Got to cut the damn grass, feed the damn dog, iron your damn clothes, put gas in your car, pay your damn taxes, pay your bill, pay your rent. Then you got to pay somebody. Pay the rent goes up, and the car note it might not go up. But how about you crash your car? You got to pay higher insurance.
The insurance goes.
You got to buy another, get another car note. Happened to me.
Insurance go up every 6 months.
I'm like, oh man, I'm about to pay this car, but I'm about to be good. I'm about to be good. I'm about to spend money on something else. Then I get a car accident, somebody hit me, and they run. And now my car is gone. It's total. I got to buy a brand new car. I got to buy another car. I got a higher note on an Israelite income. Gotta eat some beans and rice. That's what happens when things happen. Expect the unexpected. Read.
Yet is their strength labor and sorrow, for it is soon cut off, and we fly away.
And we fly away, bro. You better enjoy the now, because we're going to fly away anyway. 1 Kings 2 and 2. Let me get to my point. 1 Kings 2 and 2. What did David say?
1 Kings chapter 2, verse 2.
Uh-huh.
It says, I go the way of all the earth.
David says, I'm going the way of all the earth, bro. Nothing on earth lasts. Read.
Be thou strong, therefore, and show thyself a man.
He said, I'm about to go out the world. But he told his son, this is his last advice to his son. Be strong and show yourself a man. Be a man. Romans 13 and 8. It's going to connect. Romans 13 and 8 is going to connect. David told his son, be strong and be a man. I was going to die. But my advice to you is be strong and be a man. That's his last advice to his son. 13 and 8 of Romans.
Romans 13 and 8. Owe no man anything.
Don't owe anybody anything. Read.
But to love one another.
But to what?
But to love one another.
But to what?
But to love one another.
He says don't owe anybody anything. But to love one another. So what makes you a man? How you love your people. The love you show is what makes you a real man. How you love your brothers. How you love your family. How you love yourself in righteousness, not in carnality. The kind of love that you show is what makes you a man. Read.
For he that loveth another hath fulfilled the law.
We know the purpose of life is to do what?
Fulfill the law.
That's the purpose and conclusion and duty of man is to fulfill the law. But before that it said what?
Love one another.
It said love one another. So you keep the law, and as a man you have to love your people. Love your camp, your school, your brotherhood, your family, people that need you. That's what makes you a man. Your manhood is contingent on your ability to love your people, on your ability to actually show physical, in the moment love. Next scripture, 1 John 4:8. 1 John 4:8. Because how you love people is a reflection of the God in you. How you love people is a reflection of the God within you, the God in you, the Christ in you. 1 John 4:8.
1 John chapter 4 verse 8. He that loveth not.
Stop. Read that point again.
He that loveth not.
Read that point again.
He that loveth not.
David said, I'm going the way of all the earth before I die. This is my advice. Be strong. Show yourself a man. The Bible said, don't owe nobody anything but love. And keep the law. Then it says, hey, he that loveth not. Read.
Knoweth not the Most High.
Listen, if you don't love your people, if you don't love your family, if you don't love your brother, if you don't love your nation, if you don't love your God, you don't know God. Read.
For the Most High is love.
God is love, bro. If you can't love your people, you're not a man. If you can't love your brother, you're not a man. If you can't love your children, you're not a man. According to the Bible, this ain't God's definition, bro. The Bible says, owe no man anything but love. That's it. I don't owe you $1, but I owe you love. And if I can't love you, I don't know God. So if you don't know God, who are they that know not God? By definition.
Heathen.
Gentiles.
Gentile.
If you can't love your brother, you're a Gentile. If you can't love your nation, you're a Gentile. If you can't love your God, you're a Gentile. Definition of Gentile, a heathen who knows not the God of the Bible. You don't know the God of the Bible because you don't love your brother. You don't know the God of the Bible because you don't ride for your family. You don't know the God of the Bible because you don't ride for your school. You don't know the God of the Bible because you don't fight for your nation. You don't know the God of the Bible because it's about you and the clouds. More than it's about showing love and being someone else's light. But if you can't see the light, you can't give the light. Simple as that. Owe no man anything but love. But if you don't love, you don't know God. It's because God is what?
Love.
God's love, bro. If you can't love your people the way that they need to be loved, forgiveness, meekness, temperance, no wrath, no jealousy, no envy, no hate,
Patience.
no lack of patience. If you can't learn these skills or these roots that establish you as a man, meekness, love, temperance, these are fruits of the Spirit. But you have roots as a man. The scripture is supposed to strengthen your roots. If you're not bearing fruit, who are you feeding? Who are you feeding? Just your lust. Just your opinion. Just your demons. Just your hate. Just your sadness. Just your skepticism. Just your dark perspective. The Bible talks about that. I'm not going to pull it. I'm going to pull it now. I'm going to pull it. I'm going to pull it. I'm going to pull it. I'm going to pull it, bro. I didn't want to pull it, but I got to pull it. Last scripture. Ecclesiastes Bible, chapter 5, verse 17. Ecclesiastes Bible, chapter 7, verse 17.
I thought you said 5 and 17.
5 and 17.
Okay.
Chapter 5, verse 17.
Ecclesiastes in the Bible, chapter 5, verse 17 reads, all his days...
Stop, slow it down.
God, all his days...
All your days. This whole class has been about how you spend your life. Birth date, non-birth date. Everything in between, the clouds and the light. The dances of clouds of light. All his days. Read.
God, all his days also he eateth in darkness.
He's eating in darkness. Eat is to consume. Eat is to partake. I am partaking and consuming what? Light?
Darkness.
Darkness. Darkness is like, huh? Evil, yes. But darkness is just not light. It's just not joy. It's just not peace. I mean, I want to be specific. You gotta put yourself, you gotta insert yourself in the scripture.
It's the opposite of fruits of the spirit. It's everything that you said. Pain. I'm living in pain. I'm living in regret. I'm living in gratitude.
There you
I
go.
can't appreciate
Vengeance.
everything in my scenario.
Yeah.
That the Most High gave me.
Exactly. You're not eating the, you're not
That's
partaking in the light.
is.
That's the darkness. I'm being vague because everybody has their own darkness. I don't want to say evil because people think that's like
Drinking blood.
like drinking blood. Like, no, that's about drinking blood and Illuminati. I'm talking about you're not loving the people around you that need your love. You're not giving the best you. You're not being the best you can be for the people that need you to be the best you can be. So because you're eating darkness, you can't feed the souls around you. Read. It's hard to counsel when you're angry. It's hard to counsel when you got hate in your heart. It's hard to teach when you got lust in your mind. Sorry, teach the Bible when you got lust. You can't do it. You gotta block everything out, and nothing else matters but the book. You can't feed people half carnal, half spiritual. It don't work. The ratio don't work. Read.
All his days also he eateth in darkness.
Read on. What's the conclusion?
And he have much sorrow and wrath with his sickness.
He has much sorrow and wrath. Wrath and sorrow are the external outcomes of constantly consuming negative and not having the ability to see light and living in dark clouds. He has much sorrow and wrath in his what?
With his sickness.
With his sickness. So if you're sick, that means you're not what? Healed.
Healed, yeah.
You never get healed. I can't be healed living in skepticism. I can't be healed by Christ living in depression. I can't be healed by Christ being angry at people. I can't be healed by Christ constantly feeding more darkness in myself. Constantly feeding weakness in myself. Because darkness is also weakness. I keep feeding my weakness, and all I'm left with is anger, sadness, and sickness. I never get past my individual character flaw or sickness. So sickness is coming to those that practice pessimism, practice skepticism, practice dark thinking. Because remember, the physical body reacts to what's in the mind. If you do your own personal research, I had a class about it, but I never got to teach it. If you do the studies, your physical body, Lasha brought it out just earlier, your body reacts hormonally to your thinking pattern. All the cortisol that goes on, stress hormones that go on, it breaks down your what do they call that?
Your bones, it brittles your bones.
Yeah, but for getting sick, what do they call it? Bone marrow, yeah, but also like when you get sick, your immune system.
Okay.
Immune system, yeah.
It physically, negative thinking physically breaks down your immune system. And what people understand is that cancer is regulated by your immune system. So when you have a strong immune system, you don't get cancer because that cell pops up, but your body recognizes this is off. Let me kill it early.
Cortisol weakens the white blood cell count, which fights diseases, fights infections.
Yeah.
If you have a low red blood cell count, if you have a low white blood cell count due to low sleep, high cortisol, high stress, the chance of diseases increase tremendously.
Go to PubMed.com and look up negative thinking and how the physical body reacts to it. He's already did the science on it. So if you want to play this game, play it. Problem is, the dance between life and non-life, the dance between, you didn't dance. You were on the wall with a negative conscious. The blessings God gave you, you didn't open them. Or you didn't enjoy them. opportunity that you got in that glass, that's the hourglass of your life, every grain of sand that came down, every opportunity you got, you blew every shot and every opportunity because you couldn't get out your head. And then at the end of the day, you're going to say, the Most High is effed up. The camp's effed up. My life's effed up. My family's effed up. I'm effed up. There was no good. Was there no good? Or you rejected the light? Or you couldn't get past the cloud. You couldn't let the cloud pass. You attached to the cloud. You attached to pain. You attached to suffering. You're like lichen. You're like that lichen that's on the rocks. You know, it's green and it's gray.
Like algae.
Algae. You're like algae on these rocks. All the water's doing is it keeps crashing against the rocks. But you come down 10, 20 years from now, there'll be nothing but algae on these rocks. Algae ain't going away. Or like a ship. All this rust is on the ship. You can clean the ship as much as you want. Tomorrow it rust. You can't keep yourself clean. You can't keep your mind clean. You can't keep your spirit clean. Because you don't choose the mentality that cleans it. Remember, priest means to also, the terminology of a priest is also about cleansing. A priest needs to cleanse things. The scriptures help you cleanse your life. If you're getting the scriptures and you're still dirty, there's a problem. Why am I still dirty in the mind and I get this many scriptures? Because you're choosing filth. You're choosing dirt. Like the soul. What's a soul? A pig. What's a pig known for?
Filth.
Going back to his vomit.
Miry clay. Yeah.
Going back to his vomit. What's our vomit? The things that make us negative. The perspectives that make us negative. The escapes that make us negative. The processes that lead us back to being hateful and unhappy. And because we keep going back to our mud and our filth, we don't become real men. We can't be real men because we're so angry we can't help nobody. We're so selfish we can't love people. We're so into us, we can't be into what people need. We can't serve. So that's the first part of the class. There might be a second part. There's a second part. I don't know next week. I don't know about next week. The goal is to finish the class. But there's always hope. But are you intensifying and empowering your roots? Are you growing new branches? Are you practicing diverting your mind from dark clouds and looking for light? Are you able to ride storms? Ride out storms? Do you accept that I'm sad now, but it's not forever? Can you accept you're going to lose and win later? Can you accept that manhood is about learning how to love people? Can you accept that you have youth? Your youth lessons? You can't waste a day? Do you see that? You don't have enough time. You don't have the time to live in these clouds. You don't have the time. And you owe it to your people to work on you. You owe it to your people to work on yourself. You owe it to your God to work on yourself. And righteous men do great work and still feel the same feelings. No one's past these feelings. The question is, do I confront these feelings? A lot of us don't confront, we escape. And with that stated, we'll continue next week. We got class tomorrow. The water for coming through. Thank you. God bless you. Shalom.
Shalom.
All right.